recording.
Anyways, we're going. So, last time on our adventures, shut up.
On an adventure.
Come on!
Come on!
Come on!
Last time during our adventures, we the party continued crafting stuff from the Para Forge.
Porridge.
Returned the book to one of the cult members of the Four Claws, and Corvo has seemed to be infected with a set of para that got imbued into him from the Gear Keeper.
Corvo has corona, guys.
Oh my god! God,
Just
As,
like it deserves.
If I remember correctly, 2 to 3 days passed. I think it was 3. You got there, rested. I think it was 3. The party decided to rest up, get onto the horses. The horses look tired from being outside throughout the
brought
couple
them in.
days. Oh right, you did bring them in.
Plus,
we brought
they just
them
be
in.
standing. They can't be tired.
I
while they're
would
standing.
never leave my darling Midnight.
The
How could
horses
you
seem
think?
happy that they are outside of a dungeon for
They're
3 days. Why is there a giant horse? There's already a smaller horse.
The Guardian.
Get away, horse.
Horse.
Shoot, I thought it was an owl. Apparently not.
The Guardian.
Anyway, so last session I had you guys mark down where were going, but I removed that just because I realized everyone was tired, including myself. So, do you wish for me to just remark down the place because I still have it, or do you?
I
I think we could,
believe
think-
the process was the same because like the first day we'd be traveling the same direction anyway, whether we were stopping here or
Well,
going around.
I think what we could do is I kind of wanted to have the conversation in character about the plan because
Yeah.
James would adamantly like unless someone said specifically like something he would like take the lead in guiding everyone away from the forest like
Then
leave this
Oh, away from the forest.
like if no one's saying they want to go to the forest for the specific purposes then this would be the optimal path
Let's go to
Alright.
Naname's house.
rather than
No,
let's
wants
talk.
to see it. Let's do it. You can just fucking go
So,
right through. This is the path.
Well, that doesn't lead to anything.
Okay.
Guys, I think
Uh?
you're missing an opportunity.
There you go. That's more like it. We'll definitely find something doing it that
You're
way.
missing.
So, anyways, have a
Jesus. Oh,
roleplay
Christ.
it out if you wish.
Yeah. So we're packing up our stuff. Yes.
so what's the plan for the trip
And then we get there. Ta-da.
I suppose presently we're still trying to get to Marva.
Why are you all trying to go to Marva?
in
To
theory,
find the
Marva
first
has a-
antidepressant.
in theory Marva has a collection of books that
Sorry, I heard none of what was said because Sam talked too quietly. Maddie started laughing and overlaughed over whatever Felipe was saying.
Sorry.
What
In
happened?
theory, Marva has a collection of books which we could be able to use to gain the better understanding of the cult we're dealing with.
Oh, they have
Four
information.
Correct. That's the one.
Which direction is Marva?
South for us, so in your case, like north.
Southeast.
So northwest for you.
He will nod. Understood.
We'll have to
Therefore-
take the best route personally would be avoiding the. We can avoid the phantom. We'll have to divert a bit and avoid the phantom thorns. Head northwest, almost perfect.
I-
South
Almost
east
perfect.
perfectly,
At an exactly 45-degree angle.
and then head south from there.
I do think we can now travel through the thorns safely.
I don't believe that traveling through the thorns would be the only problem. With the stories you know in there, in addition to what you don't know, it would probably create more problems than just going around it.
I
You
have
don't
I
want.
wouldn't mind riding along it for a while, and though.
I have traveled through them quite extensively. I have not
It-
been dismantled yet.
If we're going out of pure curiosity, then that's fine. But it will add a bit of, from what I can think, it will add a bit of distance to the journey.
We don't have to go into it, but could we travel along it for a while? I
Good
would
enough.
That
kind of
You
like
know,
to see the truth
Food
behind
that would be,
you being
with
able
the
to
adding
just walk
time
through
to the
it.
travel.
both of you are talking the same thing.
Thank you, James, for talking over me.
You guys are great.
Wish
I love
that-
it. You guys are beautiful.
I wouldn't have a problem traveling along it. I just don't want to risk going inside. Since many of the other fantastical areas have gone awry, I wouldn't want to see what's happening inside there, since we already have goals in mind.
Tyler,
Yes.
from my brief time in the hedge? No. From my brief time in the thorns, since waking up, did I see anything that would have alert me to there being potential dangers?
You have not seen anything dangerous in there.
Okay. He would say, I have entered the hedge since awakening, and
The
it
thorns.
was as fuck me. The
Um,
thorns since awakening, and it was still safe for myself.
Also for your end, you know that there's gaps.
Like there's like openings where the
No,
thorns.
it's so
are-
industrialized. We
Uh,
we can get new digs, guys.
God.
There's gaps in your memory of thorns.
Oh, recent memory, old memory.
Recent.
Oh, okay. He will say, but there do seem to be gaps in my memory here and there.
And I personally don't trust that.
It wouldn't matter anyway. If we traveled through it, we would still have to eventually follow the river on the other side till we found a place that had a ship across it.
I don't really want to go through it right now. I do want to go close to it, though. I want to see what truth there were in that old dwarf's words when he said that I shouldn't have any trouble going through it.
Correct. The clarity lived within the thorns and had no difficulty passing through them.
Hmm.
Current
Well-
theory is that sight of yours in that one that can see the thorns in the book will be able to see the thorns in the forest.
That's what I want to confirm, because I'd rather not just,
I am unsure
run
about
in
that.
there haphazardly, as much as I absolutely want to run in there haphazardly.
The
We don't want to do too much.
the clarity living within the thorns were all green. I am not sure how that will work for you.
Well, this is the only form that I can see the thorns, so maybe if we can spend a night at the side, we can test the green versus the orange. If I can, it's easy to go from orange to green. It's harder to go from green to orange.
He'll nod.
Well, all right. I can see that, but just to make sure, we're only going to go along it and take a night to experiment, but not enter, right?
Correct.
Is
Do
everyone
we have
else
a map?
agreeing?
As you wish.
Do we have a
Corvus can
map?
Yes, I believe I have got copies for each of you, but this one's mine. He'll hold out. Essentially, he essentially has just marked what we already see on our actual map here. Just paths and notes and stuff.
So James would mark this as the optimal pathway. Like the cutting across it at a distance and then just trying to find a spot around the river for a boat crossing.
Hold
Like, that's
on,
probably it.
Tyler. Wait, put the path back.
Are you gonna trace it?
I just want to see how far is 3 miles,
Mm-hmm.
so I can draw it on there.
And then we would be looking for a place to cross with a boat along the riverside.
All right.
Yeah.
Booyah, baby! It's the perfect distance.
rolling.
Keep the
So, yeah,
money
Ride the rain and wind and weather, and I do sail together. Alright,
Are we all okay with that being our path?
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right.
he'll put the map back into his coat. Get up onto his horse. See ya, suckers, and he's gonna ride. You go back to Springfell. No,
Oh my God.
Goes
so,
back
The
to
one place
Steel-
known I can't follow you.
So you guys
I got
get onto
teleportation.
your horse.
Bitch.
So you get onto your horses, choosing your path, and you start your journey off. As you continue on, you see many of the this plain field. there's it seems like just plain oak trees and the smell of a dew on the dirt,
Of a
on the
dude.
grass.
Mm.
Of a
Is it better?
dew. Huh?
Is it goodness?
Yeah, it bids you adieu.
Thank you.
You also
Oh
lose
my God.
500 HP.
Oh no.
So,
Oh,
as a bid you adieu,
here I go killing again.
We're an
Uh,
8.
you travel along the path. It seems like a very lovely day. Nothing seems to happen. A small drizzle near the middle of it. Also around that time,
Naname, like, as it starts to rain, does, like, the arms up, like, the feel the rain on your skin thing.
Govin looks real depressed. No, I'm kidding.
I'm allergic to
Happy
rain.
'cause there's no sun.
Eagleman, you said that you were just sort of looking for any strange things. right?
Yes, he is keeping his eye open for odd things. He always is.
I'm keeping my eye out for dangerous things.
Okay.
We've got the curious one,
do you
and we've
guys
got the
wanna-
Buy up
cautious
for
one.
magical things.
Okay. Do you guys wish to roll perception checks?
Yes,
Why, sure, Tyler.
absolutely.
Tyler, I have a
Why,
question.
sure.
Tyler, I have a
21.
question.
What is it?
The question is about City Eye.
Mm-hmm.
If the horse is moving, does that count as me moving?
22.
I don't think so.
So discussion. Yes, because I would be saying you're focusing more on like you're moving faster.
Well.
Okay,
Yeah,
because the
well,
exact
the thing
the-
is,
the wording is starting at 9th level, you have advantage on any wisdom or perception or investigation checks if you have no more than half your speed on the same turn.
yeah. Which
Yeah.
brings to the mind of it's if she was moving at a fast pace, I would say no, but because of they're going, you guys I assume are just going at a normal
Yeah, we're
pace.
moving.
Yeah, moseying along.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
don't
pushing
see
the
it.
horses, but you're moving the base
Yeah,
movement,
and she-
not
and
dash or
she's-
anything.
I was gonna say,
and
if
she's
you guys,
not worried. She's not worried about the horse anyway. She's slept on this thing.
Yeah,
Entire
and
game.
also just the fact that horses have their own independent movement actions and movement speeds, which are
Mhm.
codified differently than
I
their
think that
rider.
fundamentally, I think that ability, it's the DM's interpretation on whether what is affecting her
Exactly.
is
That is why I
she's
asked
moving
Tyler and not
speed
you.
or
I would
cry.
say if moving at a fast pace, probably would not be able to focus. Also, if it was like an untrained horse, this is a trained Holido horse that was known as from the start, so it's fairly trained. So
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Is that
Yeah.
is that yes or no?
yeah, it's a yes for you.
I
Just
gotta-
remember, if it's on an untrained horse or like you're moving at fast pace, it will be a no.
Okay. I wanted to know because I was like, I don't know if this is. Ah, shit! I'm rolling.
gotta-
Everyone, don't worry, Corvo was also on
Okay,
GM
cool.
there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
also using.
It was yeah, it was 21, 22, 20
Wow.
Aren't you a motley crew? So
Hawkeye trio nerds.
Corvo, you just sort of see the normal magic stuff on everyone. I guess technically you'll see the same thing that you can count it as magical. It's actually a more of a natural thing, but Yugovin and Noname, as you're looking around, Noname, you see what looks to be bits of ember on the grass. At first, you think that the grass may be on fire and you may need to put it out. But as you guys look closely into it, it looks less like an burn. Not burn. Yeah, it looks less burned and more like a trail. As you see what looks to be several like centimeter long wide trails stretching off into the distance. Does anyone wish to try to identify what this is?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I'll touch it.
you Goblin, you may not be able to.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Can you repeat the statement, Tyler?
You see several like centimeter wide, what looks to be burned trails, traveling down this path.
I just want to find the origin point. Do they all come to a point?
James,
From your huh?
can James look to see if there's like track?
Sure. Yeah, you can make a nature check. Naname, with your perception originally, you can see that it goes. It's from very far away from here, in both directions. James, this is actually something that's because of the one sec. Just so I know how everyone else knows. Do Corvo and Noname make a nature check to see if they can figure out what these are from?
Alright. Heal guidance.
I just wanted to see
Oh.
if it.
You
if
do
it
not know
came
the
to a
origin
point.
for it. No, you do not
Okay.
see that right now. If you don't wish to see the other one, okay.
Grovin's confused why you guys are so interested. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
She's just like looking off the side of her horse. Just,
Okay.
"Eh," and then
So-
moving on.
Corvo, you're trying to look over from your horse, and you're not really able to see it as well. As you don't know, but what this is. But James, you actually know this from just things said from throughout your town. These tracks seem to be from magma pillars. Caterpillar-esque caterpillars that seem to have been imbued with some sort of fire element to give them a magma-esque appearance.
Got it.
And,
Caterpillar-esque caterpillars with fire in their blood.
Yes.
Magma pillars. Damn.
Yeah. And you may roll history checks, James.
I have a pretty bad history.
Wow.
Oh man,
Jesus.
totally bad, awful.
No
No.
good, very bad day.
So seeing this and seeing how they are lined up,
What the fuck?
you know what's happening here. What's happening is, probably soon, in wherever these magma pillars are going, actually you would know the location of this too. You can assume that the Firefly Festival is going to be showing up soon.
Oh my god, the
Magma
firefly.
pillars turn into
That's
You
fireflies.
wouldn't believe your eyes.
I assume
Okay.
magma pillars turn into fireflies.
Yes. You know that every 50 years, it seems that all the magma pillars gather at a central location, and a festival of where pretty much anyone's invited. Pretty much rule is don't fight unless it's a game.
This
But-
is more of a, so it's definitely a cause for celebration. People take it an opportunity to be festive rather than a crisis. These monsters are happening like every 50 years. We gotta protect ourselves. Kind
Yeah.
of thing, right?
hmm And you usually show up with a group of people, and
We're a
you
group.
and your group competes for the crown of brilliance.
We like crowns, and Corvo likes brilliance.
James hasn't said any of this.
Yeah.
Corvo's
is
getting excited for no reason. He
Oh,
doesn't know why.
You're around with his fucking hood up.
Yeah.
Eh.
But
Nice.
but
What happened already?
What happening already?
There's a festival that happens every about 50 years. Didn't realize one was happening so soon. So what happened is these are remnants for magma pillars. Like caterpillars, but you know, magma.
That sounds extremely adorable.
They are very, very adorable. So adorable they're burning alive.
Oh my god.
But there's a festival that they gather around every 50 years. I'm pretty sure there's some researchers on it, but no one's really shared why they do it every 50 years. But It's known as the Firefly Festival. When most of them cocoon up and convert into fireflies, and the tournament is held, and it's a grand show of it.
Tournament.
You know
I'm
that
curious,
there's
does the festival take place?
one sec. You would be able to mark it down on your map because it's always in the same location. And
Has
you
them
all
down in the same location.
there it is.
Oh, it's
Over
ahead of
here,
us.
Oh, there it is.
yeah. You also know that it's not just a tournament. There's many different games. Pretty much it's a festival where
James
Yeah.
he assumed it wasn't just one big. James did say it's
Yeah.
a festival, but I
I
assume-
like the. Whoa.
yeah, but
I can't get this
it's,
screen to flip over.
festival of sorts. It's a
There we
bit out of play. But if you guys are interested, and we're not really short on time now that the book was resolved, and I will say, from what I hear, there's a giant fucking fighter storm that surrounds this place.
Seems to be made by a fucking goober.
If
I
we want,
mean,
probably get it one way. See if we want to have fun there, join the festivities, maybe take part in the tournament.
we could use some
I-
fun.
I most certainly wouldn't be opposed to some relaxation.
also you know that usually the festival is led by Fector.
Suckers.
no.
Okay. I'm
Suckers.
curious. I'll keep that in mind. It's like,
Yeah,
I
James
have
said
to
Fector's fine.
So admittedly, I'm curious to see how SPRC is going to be run.
Why?
Well, normally it's the Yuzgo is the one that normally preps everything and plans it, and their lord is normally the one that runs the festival and tournament. It might have a hard time with it, with it being on fire.
Nona and
now.
Corvo look at each other.
Yeah, immediately they look at each other. Oh shit.
Well, that maybe everything was pre-planned.
Maybe.
Definitely
perhaps.
is not something that comes out of nowhere, so I wouldn't be surprised. And they'll probably have the infrastructure from 50 years ago as well, and the foundation cleared up unless nature really took back its time. I wouldn't be surprised if a small village set up there as well. So they're probably good.
Cool.
But if you guys are
what?
interested, we divert a bit to the path and adjust it for there.
Maddie, why'd you get super close to your mic?
She's died.
Maddie?
Maddie's collapse into the oblivion.
There's nothing better than the Oblivion.
Sound like sand. It fucking disappeared. Sand.
I guess in the meantime, Urovan looked between the two conscious players. What was the city called again? I'm lost my mind. Blue one, it burned.
Firefly?
The city that burned.
Yuzgo.
Yuzgo, okay. I don't know why I forgot that. He'll look between the two of them. Excuse me, James, Corvo, where is Yuzgo? I do not think I've been there before.
Yuzgo is in the northwest of the continent. I suppose you're southeast.
Oh, odd.
If you head toward the mountain that you are mentally familiar with and head west from there, or your east, excuse me, you would eventually reach it.
I'm back.
Hey.
Oh.
Maddie, sounded like you would sand and then left.
Sorry, the two family members we had over were skedaddling, so I had to go
Ah.
give them a hug.
You should have just
So-
like thrown a pillow
You
hold
haven't-
that for me.
Yeah, you go and just ask. It's Corvin.
Just
So
don't
you
die
would
on
just
me.
do
I'm good.
that is
How
the
did the
direction
moon-
to the place.
Tyler, do I know anything about Yuzgo? Like recent news about Yuzgo? I don't remember. If I did.
No,
Your
you would
Has
name
not.
anyone-
sounds similar to it.
I don't think anyone's told me, so that's why I was asking.
Has there yet?
Oh,
I'm-
Character.
I'm-
He specifically said the Lord.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah. So
He is.
did you say the Lord? Did you say
He
his
said
name?
the Lord.
You said
Yeah.
Yuzgo would lead
Normally
it
it's one
to
that
their
runs
lord.
And Noname will like lean over to Yugo and say, Vector was their lord.
He'll pause for a moment and go, I understand. I see why that would be a problem now.
Has anyone explained to him that he's dead?
Yes, Noname did.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Has anyone explained that to James?
James
I-
was in the city when it was
Yeah,
lit
I
on
was gonna
fire.
say. I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure. I
And-
think. I
but
believe Noname
remember-
told him to.
Remember, Missy came out as Vector after, in front of
Oh, yeah, so the average citizens at the time probably wouldn't have noticed.
the
Is
entire.
he aware that it
Oh, my Discord, no.
No, James wouldn't think he's dead.
Well, Ugovin just said, I see why that's an issue.
Vector, so James would think Vector's still alive, just having to deal with the mess.
Mhm.
Yeah, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, still an issue.
Yes.
Yeah, infrastructure and all that.
Discord.
He's gonna kind of after he answers, I suppose it still wouldn't hurt to just see how it's doing, given what happened.
They might have tried to push it through anyway, just to give people some good news.
Yes, and well, either we leave if it's not, or we enjoy the festivities over there. How was you two?
I would enjoy seeing festivities, as well as these new creatures. I have never seen a magma pillar before.
James.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should be some fun.
so kind of look over to Name. Are you sure?
About going?
Yes.
I think it'll be fun if there is a festival,
All right.
and I think we could all use a break.
Yes. Well, I suppose we'll just follow the trails.
I think so. Let them guide us all the way there.
All right. He'll divert his horse.
Let's get going.
Internet.
And we're off.
The least way, and like, I assume because he kind of knows the location.
Yeah. Plus, there are the
path.
tracks. Yeah. But
Yeah, that's what Corvo was following. He is basically shadowing the tracks.
yeah. Every so often it gets harder to see and such, but yeah.
They seem to be moving concentric circles.
This is strange.
Yeah.
The grass here is impeccably cut.
Yeah, they get there and the path is the fucking dumbass shit I've been doing with this thing.
So, as you guys continue down your path, like I said, it's a fairly calm day, for Hale, and then about an hour before sunset, you find what looks to be broken pieces of wood, stuck into the ground in a perfect circle, with a little couple gaps in it, but looking at it, it is a perfect circle, with a book in the center that's
That's weird.
draining out water.
Just a book in the middle of a perfect, like, a burnt circle, a cut circle. What is it again?
Wood
Uh,
stabbed into the ground.
Yes,
Like almost Stonehenge like.
yes, Stonehenge is.
How big?
And
Wait, and the book is draining the water?
yes.
This is just in the middle of nowhere, sorry?
You're about right here. This is happening, but
Alright, near the end of the day.
right near the end. It's
Corvo.
about 5 feet wide, and it looks like it would normally just be grassland, but it is
There's just this
very
fucking hole here.
within, actually even draining out of that circle, the water is draining out, causing making the land muddy and
Corvo would stop at the edge of this, where it would be safe, of course. He'll kind of look down, and as he looks down, he will raise his hand, and he will do an incantation for Mage Hand. Hugovin, you see that Corvo's Mage Hand is not simply an ethereal hand. You see that his green ethereal tentacles all wrapped around each other, with individual poking out tentacles acting as the digits, whereas the
Ooh.
palm is several tentacles interlinked together to just be one mass acting as a palm.
Cool. I like that.
It's neat.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Govin's
he's gonna
watching this
stop
like,
there.
ooh.
With that,
so,
he will go and he'll try to mage hand the book up.
okay. So, as you send your mage hand out, one thing that seems strange to you is every so often, the mage hand seems to static off to the side, and when you get your when you get your mage hand all the way to the book, as it touches it, and picks it up, the book goes to the ground and the mage hand's gone.
Corvo at that,
When the book hits the ground, a couple of the pages flop open as a gush of water, making a small wave go out of the book, moving the grass and such off to the side.
as the mage hand disappears, Corvo fucking, you know, he takes the reins of the horse and kind of like fucking pulls them apart and goes, "Of course."
This is quite the strange area.
Uh,
I like this book.
I don't.
uh,
As it starts gushing water, it's destroying more of the landscape.
well, it makes that little wave and then the book closes back up, causing it just to have that draining bits going again. But
So do we just pick it up and huck it in the ocean?
There is no ocean nearby.
I have a feeling that
There is if you throw hard enough.
I have
I
a
suppose
feeling
that is
the
correct.
spikes are there for a reason.
You said there was
DB.
gaps missing, right, Tyler?
yes.
In the-
It seems more designed than missing.
Mm.
There's an entryway, is really what he means.
Yeah. Yeah, entrances instead of such.
DB
So,
wakes up
sorry,
from the back
is-
of the horse.
Is water spilling out from it, or is water getting sucked up into it?
It's spilling out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off the horse and I'm gonna go fucking look at that thing.
DB already ahead of you. DB's gonna go try to grab the book.
Okay. As DB.
Govin's racing. No kidding.
Okay. So DB's faster as he flies over, as grabs a big book,
Good
picks it up. DB disappears.
Yeah, perish DB.
As
It's a magic field, and you put your magic cat in there.
actually,
I mean, you're a magical
one
elf
sec,
girl, so.
DB make a wisdom saving throw. I
Oh.
realized that would happen first.
Okay.
You gotta fucking
Save
go for it.
himself!
And Noname, if you're going in there, you also make a wisdom
I'm
saving
not
throw.
going in the area. I'm just walking
13.
up to the edge of the
Okay,
of the
13.
thing.
Yep.
As DB goes like, okay, time to go. Passes the barrier. As it gets halfway there, DB stops. And you see DB sort of just shaking in the air as he flies off.
Ah!
What?
Ugh.
It's just, bing! He's gone.
Uh,
not me.
He not like he gets thrown, but out of pure fear, it looks like he ran away.
No, Name's gonna roll her eyes, and now she's walking over. She's gonna like pop a squat. She's not gonna go into the thing, she's gonna pop a squat and take a look at the book.
Okay, roll an investigation.
How wide is this
Cool,
thing,
we're
by the by?
gonna go chase
20.
after DB.
Okay. DB goes there, and I said it was about
5 feet.
10 feet around.
10 feet diameter or 10 feet
Yeah.
radius?
Radius.
Radius.
Radius?
Okay.
That's a 20-foot diameter.
20
Yeah.
foot diameter. rainbow.
So, Noname, as you sort of squat down to take a peek at the book, you you actually remember this book. It's The Adventures of Captain Palm. You remember that it's a story about a person that was cursed by a kraken to find the kraken's treasure that a group stole from it. The reason why his name was Captain Palms is because the kraken removed his face and put it onto his arms.
Ooh.
So it's a tale of pirates and searches for treasure. So
Neat.
yep. So
I'm gonna
good old-
take out my disc of Para that has the anti-magic thing in the middle, or the reflect magic thing in the middle,
Mhm.
and she's just gonna push the disc in to the field.
Okay. Also, with that, do you wish to make an Arcana check?
Sure.
Yeah, it's something where you can.
A lot about
Hmm?
Arcana, but
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you don't really know what's going on. It seems off. You can make your own assumptions, pretty much.
yeah, she's just guessing. So she's
Yeah.
just gonna stick the disc in there.
Okay. So you stick your disc of Para in there. Nothing really changes. You do anything else, or?
She puts it back. She puts
Okay.
in her right arm.
Okay. As you put in your right arm into this circle, nothing's going on.
Pulls it out. She puts both hands in.
Nothing's happening. Your shoes are starting to get wet.
Yeah. Do we leave it be, or do we do something about it? She's like
Has
turned
Corvo
around.
caught DB?
It takes you a couple. It takes you like a minute, but then you're able to catch DB. Seeming that DB is calm.
Can Ugovan step next to Noname and see if he can look at the book and see if he can figure out what's going on with it?
Sure. What exactly are you trying to figure out? What's
The
happening,
magic, like, yeah,
Okay.
magic-wise.
Or Arcana.
Cool. I'm gonna look
Man,
at the
you know,
book.
let's not wait for the fucking Arcana. check.
I don't know, man. I'm not too bad at this, except when I get nat ones.
You
Ooh.
have no clue what's going on.
Talk shit.
What did you go
Yeah.
and say?
What do you mean? He started talking shit first. Fuck you.
What did you go and say? What did you go and say?
I do not know. I do not know what this book is doing. It is a strange book, but an interesting
look
one.
up to James and say it's an old pirate story.
You probably got distracted because there is the symbol on the front of the book of somebody covering up their face with the two palms with within the center of each hand an eyeball, and just right below the hand the mouth, and
So, like, Pan's Labyrinth, like,
This is fucking disgusting.
his Pan's Labyrinth.
yeah,
It is
pretty
actually.
much,
Oh.
except like back of the hands.
Right.
But yeah.
Ugovan will say, I know that person.
What?
What?
I met him.
What?
I met him.
Yugovin saying
you-
he knows the person on the fictional storybook. Continue.
Yes, I met him. He lives on a pirate ship, not too far from here.
What in the middle of the continent?
I know. I found it strange as well. The ship was buried in the dirt.
And he just lives there?
Yes, there was a Captain Palm living on the boat.
Did
Can I
he
take
tell you, did he tell you why it was called Captain Palm?
No, just that he was Captain Palm and that it was his ship, and he did not wish for me to invade.
Huh.
Corvo will start trotting back.
Can I take a closer look at the book?
We're all
Sure.
standing here
What
staring at
what
it.
exactly
Has-
are you looking for?
Arcana thing
Okay.
Yugovin doesn't know about.
As Corvo's getting back, Noname will just be like, the book's a a fictional pirate tale, and Yugovin said he knows the person on the cover, Captain Palm.
Dice. Come back.
James,
go.
as Noname was saying that it's, you said something about, like, how to dispel magic and such. But, James, you are sort of looking over the, book, and you can tell that it's not, dispelling magic. It's transporting you somewhere.
And the water is being spilled out of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
What?
What seems to be the matter?
From what I could tell, it's more of a means of transportation.
Oh, perhaps Captain Palm came through. Then.
Noname's gonna stick her finger in the water and put it on her tongue. Is it salt water?
Yep.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
salt water.
And there's also a bit of mud in there.
If it's a captain's, if it's a pirate ship, I wouldn't be surprised if the other side of the book leads right into the ocean.
But why is it reflecting
Well,
magic?
that's a different question altogether.
Corvo will. Alright, let's see. Give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Alright. He'll look down. He says, "What if I tried dispelling the magic on it?"
You might trap the captain here. Maybe he wants to return home.
The
Dispel
spell magic
is-
normally doesn't work on artifacts from what I remember, but you're free to give it a try.
Well, might as well. Everyone, please stand back.
Noname will get on her horse and put the horse back.
Go and we'll stand back.
James,
Yeah?
please stand back.
Takes a single step back. Go ahead.
Okay. He's gonna cast dispel magic.
Where do you stand?
I stand that I want to cast dispel magic.
Where?
Outside of the ring, presumably.
Oh, like physically. Okay.
Yeah.
You're like a normal human
He's-
being
he's
would do.
obviously- He understands this is some fucked up shit. He's gonna take a safe, very healthy diameter away.
Who here's where do you stand and thinks of the ideological way? Like,
Fuck you!
come on.
Don't fucking make fun of him.
You're doing too bad.
Yeah, I know. You're the last
So-
person who could say that.
I'm aware.
So you guys stand outside the circle, and you guys all came in all around the northwest side. So, as Corvo, you wave your hands around and cast the spell magic. As you try to destroy the magic within, you see the book shake and tremble as you see the book start to open wide as all of you are outside, as you see a whirlpool erupt from inside, seeming
Alright.
to drag everything from within that circle down, and it swirls for several seconds. As eventually, the whirlpool starts to dive down, as it hits the bottom. a stream of water rises up and a wave comes out.
I think you've
Let
made
me
it
roll
angry.
a d8.
Hey, do you guys think
Okay,
that this is like where the whirlpool's over next to the King's Island is going from?
I do not know. I've
As
never
a-
seen whirlpools before.
As the geyser erupts, it turns into a wave. As a tidal wave goes down for. Let me just make sure I know the distance of. As it moves about 50 feet away from you, this giant 300-foot wave
Oh.
crashing down.
Wow.
Is it over with?
Are we all
As the
dead
book
yet?
closes, you guys were just right out of its reach, as you almost got hit by the wave.
Well.
Hey, you guys think that that's where the whirlpool's next to the King's is the other side?
I got a power surge.
Corvo, I think you've
Well,
made it
we
angry.
won. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just curious why, if that's part of the whirlpool, why that accumulated in random circles in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know. We're at war with the elementals. It might be that they're trying to make the land all watery. I don't know.
Well, it appears we've stopped whatever.
One sec.
plan.
I just remembered something,
Well, the book is still there.
Nanane.
Hello.
Hello.
You just pops into your mind as you're looking at it. You've seen something like this before. You saw a similar circle made of stone with a book in the center by Prophet's Peak. On Prophet's Peak.
Was it
Where you
gushing
guys
water?
escaped?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was a while you were traveling down Prophet's Peak, you saw a sort of Stonehenge-esque thing with a book in the center. You weren't. It was while you were flying down, so you didn't get the best of view at it. But you had a high investigation, so
Hi, Taz. So, there was something kind of like this on Prophet's Peak.
Corvo is going to try to mage hand the book again.
as you pick it up, as the mage hand picks it up, as it goes away, and
I feel like touching it's a bad idea.
also, as that happens, as what looks to be a flounder flops out of the book.
Every fucking thing on this planet's anti-magic. God damn it.
No,
No, it's not
Um,
anti-magic. Just,
there was
unhappy to see
there
you.
was something like this on Prophet's Peak.
Hmm.
With
Also
water
producing
as well.
water.
Saw it on the way down.
I do
Was it
not
producing
think.
water as well?
Water as well.
What, Tyler?
Huh?
Was it
Uh,
producing water?
You didn't get a good look at it, so you don't know.
I don't know. It was on the way down. She looks at Corvo.
Why?
Out of curiosity,
Because we were
very
going
frustrated.
because we were going like 600 feet down for 6 seconds.
Out of curiosity, Corvo, where does he be?
Oh, he kind of turns around. DB sitting on the back of the horse. He's calmed down. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Neither would I if
Good
we got
to
scared of a book.
But this thing is sprouting out salt water. That doesn't seem very good.
Well, it seems we stopped it, at least temporarily. Should we
Is it
take it
still-
somewhere?
Perhaps we
Spilling
can
out
ask the
water.
captain. He might know.
Is the captain on the way?
He is nearby. I don't remember exactly where. I think he's east. I think he is east.
Well, we're headed east anyway, so if we run by him, we can ask him about it. But if not,
Alright.
do we want to Do we want to tie it shut?
That, I believe that might be the best protocol. I wouldn't want this thing erupting on us in our sleep.
Naname will start pulling rope out of the bag like a fucking magician.
Okay.
It's a small bag.
You do
It
you
is
try to
a
walk
tiny
towards it?
bag actually.
Oh.
It's like a fanny pack, but just over her ass.
Hmm.
It's a very small bag.
A fancy
She
pack.
will. She'll kind of like look at the wood and then like look back at DB and she'll go. And then look at Corvo and she'll say, DB didn't like getting near it.
Correct.
He didn't.
Is it a good idea for any of us to go near it?
We are
No, I
unsure.
believe I did.
Alright, and Nanami will take a step into the thing and brace herself as she walks closer to it.
Okay,
tie
once
the
you
book
get
shut.
within 5 feet of it, make a wisdom saving throw.
You are going to die.
Probably.
Oh fuck!
No,
Yeah, you're gonna
Name. As you step within the 5-foot radius, you look at this book, and fear washes over you. You look at this, your eye starts shaking, shaking all the way down to your body and your bones. As you look at this book, and you feel like this is something far beyond your capabilities.
Cool,
Something
she sets the
of
rope
great
down right then and there, turns around, just fucking walks out of the thing. She goes, nope, no,
you-
no.
You have to run as fast as you can away from this book.
You're
You are
sprinting.
feared from this book.
Good luck, everybody. And she just fucking, she like takes the time to set the rope down. She turns around, she's, nope, no, and she just fucking books it.
That.
Yeah.
Nami literally just went to try to pick up the book.
I went to go
And
tie it
what?
up. I wouldn't even go touch it. She was just gonna tie it up.
Corvo's gonna go try to catch up to her on the horse.
Oh, go over to look at James. Should I try?
Give it a second.
How long till the fear effect wears off?
It lasts about a minute.
Oh god.
Cool. You're not catching up to her.
the horse might be able to. Horses are
No,
fast.
because I
you
have
can- if
30
you-
feet of movement. I can bonus action dash and action dash. The horse can only what is it?
Movement dash, that's 100 feet. The horse might be able to keep up. That's
Yeah.
120, I think.
Yeah, the horse has 60. You can keep up.
Horse is a 60 feet movement. And
if you- If you do get out of sight of the book, you are also fine.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if you go hide in like a tree or something, you can.
I am gonna go hide in a tree if there's one.
Yeah, there's a tree off to the side. It's a fairly large tree.
She just like scrambles up it and just fucking sits there.
The only thing I have that might help against affecting planar energies, but
I only okay. All you said. I have
Okay,
something to
um,
affect against planar
I
energy.
have something that might, but it only works on planar
Jesus.
entities, and I'm not sure if this is considered.
I'm really
I
up
am
high in
unsure.
that tree.
How tall is the tree?
I'm at the top.
It's about 50 feet up.
Big ass tree.
If you want to give it a try, you go in.
Yeah.
You're free to.
If we wish to keep the book, it seems prudent to attempt. So I guess
well,
he'll
we could-
give
Or
it.
he's gonna pull a net from his horse and give it to you. This might be a bit better than a rope.
I will try with this. He'll take the net and go and try and touch the book.
Actually, you can throw the net.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
If we tie rope to the net,
Yeah. We can give it a go.
Yeah. Go grab the rope that's there.
Mhm.
and-
So, do you toss the? So do you throw the net?
Well, I want the rope, so Nanami left the rope on the ground, so I'll walk close enough to pick up the rope
Yeah,
and tie it
she
to the
she
net.
left
Okay.
it as she was running, so it's probably not within the 5 feet.
Okay. So you can walk up to the rope. It's within like 6 feet of
Okay.
it. So
I will tie
hammer?
the rope to the rope to the net. Yep. There we go.
Mhm.
And I'll toss the net over top of the book.
Okay, where are you standing?
Outside of the danger of this.
Uh,
James is standing outside of the tsunami range.
Did James say that out loud, or is it because Ugo would have just tossed it from where he's standing?
James is taking a few steps back. The range of the net is 15 feet.
I know,
At
but Ugo's
disadvantage.
standing there, so unless there's a reason to step back. What happened? What caused the first one? How did we touch it the first time?
What caused the
No
first
one has-
zombie was me
no one
casting
has-
spell magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you didn't touch it. Yeah, he doesn't. He just thinks if you use magic on it, it's okay. It's bad. So
James is just being careful.
he thinks it's okay. He'll stand there and throw it from within the circle.
Okay.
James does have a hold of the rope.
James has a hold of the rope.
He is holding on to the rope. Yes.
Okay.
So
From a
you're
distance.
50 feet away. Or 45 feet away.
Okay, so, you go, Vin, you, toss the rope, toss the net. As the, net lands, it's, there for right now. What do you guys do? Do you guys...
Pull it.
Well, hold on. Does it look like the net's gonna like hold the book?
It looks like it's going to stay attached a bit. It may
Okay.
get caught up in the mud.
All right, then Ugovin will start walking back away from the book because when you start to pull it, you're gonna pull it toward him, and we're gonna have the same problem. So he'll back up towards where James is and say, "I think that will do."
I'm worried about if pulling it out of the circle is probably not the best idea.
I am unsure if the circle is what is scaring Noname, or if it is the book. However, we may find out very soon.
So, do you guys
Well,
pull the book? Okay,
I'll-
so as you pull the book, you pull it, and then you feel a bit of a tug back.
Uh-oh.
So, as you're holding it, you feel it starting to drag. Do you hold on or let go?
Can we tell what is pulling it back?
As you look, you saw the book move, and then the net started to move into the book.
Oh,
As it seems like everything, it seems that it's moving at a very fast rate. Do you hold on or let go?
Ugovin's not touching it.
James?
You okay?
Fucking hell. Does
Maybe 6 seconds.
he has another threat? He's back up.
Let go? Okay. As you let go, the rope actually whips a bit from the pure amount of speed that this rope is getting pulled into, as it slides underneath, and the book actually adjusts back into the position.
And is the entire rope and net still there?
It, being that it was such a large radius, you saw that all of that got just stuck into the book.
Oh,
Got slurped up like a spaghetti noodle.
all right then.
Probably that gateway is two-way.
It would appear so. Yes.
James and Ugovin, since you're there, make an perception or investigation check.
I can perceive. Am I looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, James.
Excuse me?
He let go of the rope to see what the situation was, so he would be investigating.
Yeah. As you guys watch the book gets the thing gets slurped in, you actually see that usually the water's been coming out of like the middle section of the book, as this rope actually gets dragged into what looks to be what you would assume to be chapter 1.
Alright, so very early in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. The rope seemed to enter at a different location within the pages than the water is exiting. That is strange. The gods are calling us.
Yeah. as he's doing that,
Also strange. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Then.
Naname and Corvo.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
I'm in
Uh,
a tree.
you fly up a tree. As you fly up a tree, Corvo will stop at the base of it and look up. Are you alright?
I understand now why DB didn't like that book.
Right. Are you okay now?
Yes. I think so.
Do you want to come down?
Yes. Give me 1 second. And she looks down, and you can tell she has no idea which path she took to get up.
Corvo will
good.
say, I can come get you.
No, it's okay. I just need to. She'll like put her feet on the trunk and awkwardly straighten out her back, and then just walk down and just avoid the branches.
Yeah, it's not gonna be
What?
any problem.
What did you see anything?
No, it just. I don't know. Just all of a sudden, it just felt like I really needed to not be near that thing.
Yeah.
Felt
I guess
like
it's another one of
something real
those
bad
things
was
you
gonna
can't
come of it.
tamper with.
Just felt like one of those things that I, shouldn't tamper with.
Alright. He'll look up in about what time is it getting, Tyler?
It's almost night. An hour more travel is probably what you have left.
Alright. As she starts, get down, and will she join him on the horse, or will she just walk?
Yeah, she'll join him on the horse if he lets her.
Yeah, DB will climb onto your shoulder.
Hell yeah.
As you get up on, and he starts to move back, he'll just mosey on in a hurry. Because he assumes that Hugo and James wouldn't fuck with it any further. As he rides, he'll say, it's starting to get late. You remember what we talked about, right?
About chatting of why you dislike my uncle?
No, about your feelings.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
he'll kind of hold up his arm.
She nods. She was doing the thing, like the arms wrapped around the waist, and she'll just like kind of pull back her left arm.
Apologies for that. What did I miss?
Oh,
No.
you guys are disappointing Corvo.
My mom is going on a trip for 2 days, so I had to deal with that.
Ah,
Mm.
you had to deal with that.
Yeah, so, what are you saying?
When he says that, she like pulls her left arm like back to her chest. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll keep DB on me.
Alright. If you ever feel like that, wake me up. Or any of us up, okay?
Okay.
Good.
She
And,
scratches DB on the head.
Hello.
DB likes it.
Oh, he likes it, does he?
Good boy.
And he'll mosey on back.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose a post net eating.
Yeah. You guys, get back and you see them sort of just looking at their hands, curious what happened. Staring down the book.
What are you doing?
The book has eaten our net and rope.
Does he actually say eaten?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was one of the few things I brought from my town.
Then Name's gonna give Corvo a little squeeze with her right arm, and she'll get off the horse. And onto
How was
hers.
the exercise?
It was great. Climbed a tree faster than I could remember the path down.
Great
Ate
cardio,
the
I
rope.
always say.
I agree.
It
You doing
ate
that?
the rope.
Yes, we attempted to capture the book in a net. And
Connection.
Hmm?
The dimensional connection between them, the thing that's pulling the water through, it goes the other way as well.
yes,
Oh. I thought you meant, like, it was part mimic.
it does
No.
not appear to be. However, it does seem to consume whatever attempts to touch it.
Okay. I thought you literally meant it ate it. Okay.
My apologies. I will attempt to be more clear next time.
Honestly, I thought that was good practice for you. Finally not being literal.
I was attempting to be relatively literal. However, I thought that
Humorous in the sense that it wasn't.
that is true. I suppose I did that on accident. Perhaps you were all rubbing off on me.
On you.
Yeah.
No, Nam will be disappointed.
What? Nanami was like looking at her horse, she's braiding the hair. She's like, huh?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
while we're on the subject, would you all like to hear a one-sentence horror story?
James.
Baby shoes.
James, baby shoes. Ah! That's
It's snowing on one.
no,
I hear
no.
that is how you power magical items.
That
No,
is
but He'll
incorrect.
ask that. He'll ask that. How do you guys respond?
Sure. I don't see why not.
You go, Finn.
Ugavin will nod. I do not think I have ever heard a horror story.
Naname,
What?
would you like to hear a one-sentence horror story?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
All right. As they're moseying along, well, three of them are. Yugovin's kind of walking.
Oh wait,
Okay.
we've
Still.
just left the book behind?
Oh, I thought we did, cause okay, never mind then.
Oh, we didn't make a decision. I'm still standing there.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You can walk away. I'm standing there.
All right, my bad. That's poor assumption. Corvo will did say. It seems the last people on Earth, milady.
I do not understand.
Wow, that's definitely one way to make Madison violently uncomfortable.
viewers, I didn't write that. Okay, don't fucking. I'm not plagiarizing. I didn't write that.
Did you say one word or one sentence?
One sentence.
Okay, I heard one word the first time.
Oh no, just one.
One word horror story says a sentence. That's not a word.
One word horror story. Horror.
One word horror story.
That was a word. That was a
So,
sentence.
Inferno.
Inferno.
I am
Anyway,
Ash.
so what do you guys do?
We cannot
Are we
seem
dealing
to.
with?
We could leave it be.
We cannot seem to interact with the book without causing some kind of negative reaction.
Yes.
You can't touch it without it being transported somewhere else.
I don't think experimenting with it any further will lead to anything good. I think we'll just mark it down, come back at some other point.
Yeah.
It is likely it will be here when we get back,
Oh.
as we could not remove it ourselves.
If there's that captain person of yours, then if you come across them, we can tell it's here.
Mm-hmm. Captain Palm.
Out of curiosity, do you think this relates to the fiction member of the cult?
Do cult members often leave their books laying around in the middle of nowhere?
Well, if it's fiction,
Fucking
Gotta-
Hugo, Jesus.
What
Okay.
What?
well,
No.
Alright,
that was-
whatever.
It was a question.
It took quite a bit of tomfoolery to get the book away from one of them,
well,
and amazing planning.
He asked it honestly, Sam. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm fucking sure.
So I'm bringing forward is so the ones you've come across are you've had the Mossland, the Aram, a pink lass that you mentioned that I have no clue who she is, and then we've crossed.
We don't know.
Right?
Right.
I did catch a glimpse of the last one.
If fiction used stories, then what if this is one of their pieces of work? A fictional story, and it's a connection between the fictional story and reality.
I
Not
don't
only
know.
in space, but the story world.
Well,
That
do
does
keep in
sound-
mind.
cute or like a good idea, but Aram also did say that fiction, or the last one, if the last one is fiction, hasn't had a reason to show their face yet. Their part isn't ready yet. So,
Us, but
well, no, but that she didn't say to us. She just said their piece hasn't been pulled up yet. So it
And-
seems like they're relatively inactive.
And I believe the fact that they all do relate to members of our team, I see no reason that they would create problems for this other captain. And do keep in mind, we found a second one of these on the mountain, so I'm not entirely sure why it'd be both here
so
and there.
if the issue with the captain, I'd say the captain is from the book. Well, from the picture, and if it's a picture of the captain, you go over and met the captain, I'd say he's the main character. And for us interacting, I'd say it might be possible they're just laying the groundwork for something.
Do you believe they're able to pull a fictional character into the real world?
I don't know what they're capable of, but it's a theory. Just an
I-
idea. I can't really explain it otherwise, and
It is a game theory.
I'm playing with it. I'm honestly not saying this as if I actually believe it, but just more of a thing that I thought's interesting idea.
Well, so, but have we reached a conclusion that we should just leave this here and come back another time?
We
Yeah.
could ask the captain about it if we run by him.
Yeah, but that's about it. I can take a
Right. Well, I suppose it's best we move on then.
So you guys go out.
As he must, I'm gonna be right back.
God, that's
Oh.
real annoying.
that
No,
hurt me.
fam. Man, you know, there's something that I was about to just say straight to Sam.
It's a good thing we wandered off.
Corvo, yeah, Corvo saw something. Man,
Not anymore, he hasn't.
yeah.
Ah, Corvo dies. Oops. Oh, shoot. Hate when that happens.
Ah,
Sam's bullying me.
Sam's bullying me.
Look, Owen asked a question and Sam got mad.
I'm hoping that Corvo's not having like 20-minute intermission of a sort.
Well, you know how he be.
Yeah. Hope everyone enjoying the game tonight.
Oh, it's going good.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to see what Tyler's opinion of my little guest statement.
About the book.
It's either he's so fucking wrong or he's far too close for my comfort.
I'll give you,
What?
you got a bit. But not the full picture. And to be honest, when...
Back. I'm back.
Okay, Corvo, I was literally about to talk to just you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I needed a drink.
Well, anyways, as you all leave off, Corvo, well, pretty much the entire party sort of looks
Nope,
back,
can't.
just sort of like on the mysterious book. Corvo, as you get to the other side, you see one of the boards say Captain Palm.
One of
As
the
a-
boards?
Mm-hmm.
Boards.
Yes,
What
like
boards?
the wooden planks, the wood.
Oh, that were scattered.
Yes,
And one of them say Captain Palm.
yes, like in big letters, like you can say the back of a pirate ship.
Yeah, I figured. This is Captain Palm. With that, he'll kind of, look over to Yugovin and he'll say, You say familiar with the captain. Have you ever seen his ship?
No, he's
Yes.
a storybook character.
I have.
I wasn't fucking talking to you
Sorry.
about
Shit, sorry, Maddie was like only half paying attention.
If I remember correctly, it was the front half of his ship poking out of the ground.
Well, I believe we found the bottom half. If you look over there, you'll see back where the label of the ship would be on the back of a boat. It's
Sorry, you go.
it's laying right about there.
If everyone can sort of look back. You go in when you look back at Corvo, you forget what you just looked at, and the rest of the party sees the messed up lettering.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Corvo,
Yes.
I do not know what we were talking about.
Yeah, you kind of stop the horse at this point because they're kind of talking like, I understand. I'm just saying, I believe I know where the back of his ship went. It seemed to have gone through the whirlpool. Right there, you can see the label.
He'll turn, look at it, look back. Corvo, where is the ship?
I don't know. I'm saying I
Another
know
place.
where the back of it may be.
What does that mean?
Did the rest of you look? Because
Yeah.
it's important if you guys look too.
Yeah, well, watching them do all this dumb shit, Noname's gonna like walk over and like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Look right there. You can see the label at the back of Captain Palm's ship. It seems to have been destroyed through the whirlpool.
Alright, she'll look at it.
You see the messed up letterings from the journal.
Oh look, a wild dog. I'm gonna go get rid of it.
Noname will like look at it and she'll look at Corvo and she'll pull out the book and hold it open to him. Can you read this?
As Haname opens up the book to have you look at it, you can read the papers.
Like, is this the journal that Corvo couldn't do
Yep.
anything with
Yep.
earlier?
Yep.
Holy shit! As he like he looks down, and it's like, he's going to reach down and fucking snatch that book.
Okay.
You kind of like, I can read this. What does it say?
I'll send you the readable version.
Okay.
Hocus pocus didgeridoo.
She'll
There's
look
an
at-
Australian that's gonna poison you.
She'll look at you, Govin, and she'll say, on the boards, don't look at it. On the boards that were surrounding the book, don't look. There's writing, like the stuff in the book. Remember, I would hand it to you, you'd read it, and then you wouldn't remember reading it?
He would nod slowly. I do remember you telling me that I had read it, yes.
Yeah. That little experiment that we did, that's what's going on. He can read it now, apparently. Why can you read it now? And she, like, looks over at him.
Perhaps.
I technically can't until Tyler.
Well, hold on.
You can. Yeah. Huh?
Oh, sorry, I see what you mean.
No, you go.
Dukov was gonna say, perhaps it is due to his poisoning.
The crystals?
Yes, if we assume that he could not read it before and can now, the main difference is that he now has some amount of para running through his system. Maybe that explains why I can also read it, when I did not think I could.
Does that mean that Maestro and Aki, or Maestro and the mayor, Murky, have that in their system?
I do not know. I have never met anyone born with para in their systems.
They're both like they're both Genassis, the elemental people.
Do all Genassis are all Genassis able to read?
I don't know. No, I'm just gonna like look at
that
him.
was fucking racist, you Govin.
Dig too
He doesn't know what they
hard
are.
on that sentence. And she'll go, I think most of the Genasi that we met could read in the book at least. Could Iggy read it?
Yeah.
Tyler, are you sending me this in Roll20 or in?
It's in roll 20. It's in hand out books, symbol of act.
Okay. Okay, now.
There's a
give-
lot.
Yeah. He's gonna be reading this as we travel.
Okay. I guess in response, I'm gonna say, I'm unsure. I still do not understand what the Genasi are exactly. Aside from
Fair enough.
elemental creatures.
Anona will shrug. Should we get going so we can find a place to rest for the night?
Perhaps that is a good idea.
And Noname will take the lead on Corvo's horse so that he doesn't have to focus on leading his horse.
Yeah. Like I said, it's you have like an hour left of daylight. Do you wish to continue a bit further into the night, or?
Just that last hour. Just the last hour there. And
Okay, so you go that last hour. You find a nice bit of clearing, nice and dry, unlike the bit of mud pile you were sort of playing in. Since it is an open field, you're able to look out and see the stars in the sky. And you're able to, I'm assuming, habitable hemisphere.
Yeah. If we go on the rest, Corvo will take a break from reading to Habitable Hemisphere.
Yeah, habitable hemisphere as you all can get a nice, lovely deep rest.
Ugovan was gonna stand like 8 meters or 8 foot away from the habitable hemisphere. Ensure no
All right.
death.
So
Yeah, Noname like looks down at the ground and she like she does like the measurements with like 2 ticks of wood. She'll look at Ugovan and give him a thumbs up.
He will nod and give a thumbs up back because he's learned that.
yeah.
You go and thumbs up. We approve.
Taught to him by the man himself, Corvo.
Taught to him by the man himself, the government.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The Corvo.
Yeah. Everyone has a lovely sleep.
Does anything weird happen during the night?
The sun rises.
That doesn't happen during the night.
During the night.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I suppose.
You go, but you don't really see anything throughout the late night.
And he'll be
Almost done.
awesome. Ugovan will be constantly casting dancing lights around him, so the area will be lit up.
Okay.
You wouldn't believe your
pretty.
eyes.
I don't think you guys can see it from inside the dome, but if you ever come out, they'll be lit.
can. We
And
can see
they
it.
can see you, but you can't see them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. We
yeah,
have elected
unless
to make it
Corvo.
non-transparent.
okay. Transparent. you mean.
Elected to make it camouflage because that
Oh, I
means
see.
visible, right?
But
Yeah. On
So
the outside, I can alter how it looks, and it is not,
okay.
see-throughable.
Then there'll be
gonna-
4 dancing lights as far apart as you can make them, just slowly rotating around the area.
Noname would like tell Ugovan where to knock if he needed her after she woke up after the 4 hours.
Okay.
And she would meditate next to the wall just in case he needs it.
In case we all die.
I need you. Why? I'm lonely.
Corvo, he
It
kind of
happens.
puts the book down after reading it. You,
Noname will kind of
you said that you and Ugovan theorized the Paras allow me to do this, right?
that was what Ugovan was thinking. Can I see that for a quick sec?
He slides it over.
She will open it. Any thorns nearby, Tyler?
Let me recheck where you are.
There was 3 in Ugovan, so.
Yeah. Now that you're looking, there seems to be one going in this direction.
We can't see.
I'm in gym layer, that's why. This direction.
Okay, one that way.
Yep.
We're heading right there.
I'm trying to remember the exact one that I have for.
Yeah. How long
You see
is that
one that's over there. Oops, I did that way too
Only
far.
5 miles to the festival, guys.
You see
What's
that
up?
way? Yep. One that way. one this way, and one this way.
Oh shit, they're everywhere.
Yeah. She'll kind of look. Wow, there's a lot nearby.
You don't know how close they are. You just know that they are in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's assuming most of them are, like, within a certain radius.
Okay.
There's picking up a lot of ones in here.
Can I see them?
No.
Thorns.
Still a
Well,
still a
yeah,
clarity thing. That's good. to
Oh,
know.
actually,
Oh.
yes, you would be able to.
She's like flipping through the pages, and she's not looking at you to like see if you could see, because she's sure nobody else can. So she's flipping through, and she'll like look in the direction of one of the thorns. She like looks in the other way and looks back.
As it opens up, and you like, he's kind of in stunned silence for a while.
Corvo, you, as she opens up, actually, this would have happened as soon as you open up the book in general. As you open up the book, thorns actually reached out up, and one of the many thorns fall into a direction.
Yeah.
Sort of
You can
weaving
see
through.
that as she opens it up, she's like reflexively moving back to deal with it at this point, because it's happened so many times.
Mm-hmm.
She just
Yeah, as it
leans back,
happens,
leans forward. Why are
Corvo
you looking
says,
at me?
I can see them.
Yeah, the words, we just figured that out.
The thorns, Nanami.
The thorns.
The thorns, no, what do they mean?
You can see them.
I can. There's one there and one going that way, and over
She'll
the
like
cover.
flip. She'll like look at you and like flip to a different page where she knows a thorn is like pointing a different direction
Yeah, you can
check
see
there.
the exact direction.
to check to see if you're gonna point the right direction.
He points to it.
Huh.
Oh my
She's
god.
like looking between the book and at him and the book and at him. Oh shit, does that mean I already have this stuff in my system?
I suppose, or there's some other binding factor between all of us, but I believe
James is a
evidence.
secret now, right?
Presumably.
Okay.
Unless you were awake.
Depends on how loud you guys are being. My passive is 15, and Maddie has made it blatantly clear that means someone's waking up if you're loud.
It's not if you're loud, if it's 15, if it's whispering, as long as it's within 10 feet, you'll wake up.
Are you guys within 10 feet?
I mean, how big is the
hemisphere
hemisphere?
is not that
I think
big.
it's 10 feet.
Yeah.
It's not
you're
10
up.
feet in total. It's 10 feet based on a point, but you know what? Fuck
And
it,
if
whatever.
James is a 1 in, we're within 10 feet.
Alright.
James is gonna then.
Directly in the middle.
Hey, James.
Can you go over and see the thorns?
No.
And it's not the whatever's in your blood, or at least it doesn't make sense that that would be the case, because he has it literally as main component of his existence.
I exist.
Good point. Thank you, James. We'll be quiet now.
Thank you.
Bonk.
Fucking lawnmower over here.
Man, I can't believe James is turning into Para now.
But what could it be?
I hate you.
I don't know. But why don't we think about it a little bit more in the morning?
He kind of throws back, his hood, ruffles his hand through his hair. I mean, thinking about it, maybe the blood factor has something to do with it. Okay, he doesn't have blood or technically biology. Maybe it has to be a part of one's biological self. Maybe
It's not human.
We can find out if we stab James with the power blade.
that.
Is that how that
that-
works?
And
Sounds
and,
like an
at- and, at-
experiment.
and at that he goes from like ruffling his hair to like he has both hands on his head. Maybe by the time what's in my system starts to run out, if I can reapply it from the blades, it might be able to get me back to being able to read it.
No, not my. As you're saying that, puts a hand firmly on your leg or whatever's close. She goes, "Don't. We're not gonna try that.
Well,
Those blades cut too fast for you to predict it."
Too furious, too fast for y'all, man.
we have to find some way in order for me to read this again.
It happened because it was chucked into your body and it stayed in your body for a while. That your blood absorbed it, right? I was looking at it while you were squeezing my hand. almost breaking it. It was already
Uh.
in your arm and it was healed over. If we wanted to do it again, what we'd have to do is shave off a chunk from one of the ingots, get you Govan to cut a slice open, stick it in your blood, and sew it back up.
That works. And sorry
It's
about
an
your
interesting
hand.
medical practice we're thinking of
It's
doing.
it's all right.
Oh no.
But yes, in that case, I might finally be able to help.
Okay, but I just want to bring this part up. Govan said it could kill you.
He said that I can most likely survive the condition I'm currently in. I imagine
Because
if we
we removed a good chunk of it.
Yes, but I'm still able to read it. If we could simply spread that out over an observable and healthy period, I'll actually be able to help you.
I am not gonna let you kill yourself over this.
That's, I'm not suggesting I'm going to die over this.
I am. I am absolutely suggesting you're going to die over this because Govan was suggesting that you're going to die over this.
Well, what am I supposed to do then? Simply
We-
see that I'm finally able to do something about this and simply reject it?
No, I'm saying we use it while you have it, and if it so happens to happen again, then that's different. But right now, what's on the pages isn't as big of a deal because we can just get Govan to read it.
Yes, I understand. Okay, that you or Yugovan could read it. But I
Okay.
want to be able to actually do something. To be able to actually help you or him, both of you.
You can help you can help by not dying. Please.
Please.
Does she actually say please?
Yes, she is like deadpan saying all of this to you.
Oh. And you'll kind of say like, I'm not saying this. I don't plan to. Okay, I want to do this, and I very much don't plan to die over it.
Okay, but if it looks like it's gonna start killing you, hard stop.
Of course.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $100.
What
know
game
that
is that?
God, I love Monopoly.
And he'll not.
Pass go, take 200.
Do not
Of
pass
course.
go. Go directly to jail.
Do not pass go, go directly use go.
Well, Holido, if we're
I
gonna.
was gonna say
have it
Holido's
be jail.
probably be more jailish. Ooze goes like,
Don't pass go, get marked.
go to hell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go to hell.
Well, I was gonna say go to the king, to the castle, cause
Yeah, go directly to the castle. Do not pass go. Do not collect the $100.
And all the metal pieces, it could be, it could be like, Naname's, blade, Corvo's mask, DB, and
Straight up
put all-
DB.
Yeah, straight up DB.
well,
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
yeah. Anyways, Monopoly besides, everyone drifts off into sleep.
Minus
Corvo-
Yugovan.
Yeah, and Noname. But
But Nami does the thing where, like, if Corvo is still trying to fight her on this, she eventually will just grab his face and slowly push his head down onto his pillow. Go to
No,
bed.
like I said,
Yeah.
he went, of course. You came to an agreement.
Okay.
yeah.
We'll just-
As Corvo now has has a coke addiction.
I was thinking about that the whole time. Like Corvo's got a crack addiction, guys. Holy shit. He's mainlining para crystals. Jesus.
He's gonna have
Corvo, stop.
We're going to
Yes.
Barber to find the
Hey,
first heroin needle.
You govern.
Yeah. Anyways, so you guys awake? The birds chirping in the air. Everything.
I've been up
singing.
for 4 hours.
Yep. Did you do anything that you did of fun and things and fun or?
I held DB tightly to my chest
After 6 hours of sleep, James woke up and was quietly made himself some coffee. Or tea.
What am I today, everybody? I'm the same.
I don't change.
But after 6 hours of sleep, James was able to wake up right naturally and then make himself some tea.
I was already this one. I don't like being the same one 2 days in a row.
Okay.
Winter is.
Jesus
back.
Christie,
Transforms.
the power of Christ heals you.
James wakes up, he sneezes, he's suddenly blue.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah. You do your normal, morning things, probably peek at a Yugovin every so often. And,
Yeah, check on boy.
yeah.
He's standing. If you like come out enough, his eye will light up, but otherwise he's chilling.
He chillin'.
Hello, no, not goodbye. No, not me.
Yeah. That'd be the thing. If she peeked out, saw him, and like just for a look, he wouldn't have enough time to get going. So he'd just be like, oh, and then that would be it. So you'd have to actually come up for him to like light up properly.
Hello and goodbye.
Yeah.
That is kind of funny. Okay, I did say this, but plainly, after 6 hours, he wakes up. So only for 2 hours were you awake, and he just doesn't talk.
Just lies there.
He gets up, makes tea, has some tea and like some breakfast jerky. Like doesn't
Okay.
say.
Then you will absolutely see her at one point just grab Phoebe, put in lap, and just like drape him over her left arm. And just sit there and pat him.
Yes, I found it.
It works.
I've been looking for this. That's how
No.
you change Noname from red to blue.
What the fuck? I thought that was a RoboCop at first. I did.
It's a red versus blue. They fight Tex, and at the end of that, the red guy goes, "Wow, she knocked the black right off you," and the green guy goes, "That's racist." It's amazing. Sorry.
That's racist.
That's all I could think about when you said you sneeze and Naname's color changes. All I could think about is that moment.
Mm.
So sorry.
I need to get back in the red versus blue. Anyway,
Sorry. Let me drink.
so as
Anyways,
you squeeze them, is this like an alert squeeze or just a comfort squeeze?
It's just comfort
Okay.
squeeze.
So, eventually you'll all wake.
This
Nothing
is
really
the way of doing it.
eventful happens as, may you all draw the, path that you're taking now.
We're heading to Woodstock, boys.
Where's Woodstock? James asked.
You know the Firefly Festival.
Oh,
It's
no, I know where the Firefly Festival. I don't know what Woodstock is.
fucking okay, Maddie. Back me up here.
Good morning,
Oh, man.
everyone. It is nice to see
I'm
you all got
delightfully
well
by this
rested.
good
Good morning.
Good morning, Yugovin. How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I hope all of you had good rests.
Corvo still has 2 hours.
Right, for a bit, but yeah.
He like pulls his
Uh,
feet out of the crystal and walks over.
And as you do that, Nanami will stand up. She will whip out the Pyra dagger, and she will just slice underneath all of it into chunks and just stick it in the bag.
Okay.
It's like a
For
like a
Corvo's
10-foot
addiction later
circle or
on. Got it.
something.
Got it.
or an 8-foot circle.
We gotta make sure he doesn't go into withdrawal.
Gotta get his fix.
So,
Yeah.
as you're dropping the little pebbles of para into your bag, as they're sort of hitting the rim and going into the void, you see a slight glow before each of them falls in.
It's magic. It's magic.
Adding Horde of Pyra from Yugo.
Yeah.
1.
It's an 8-foot diameter circle, so it's a handful of power.
That's a lot of
Good.
para.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
boy. That's
We
why
have a
I'm
fucking
keeping
pizza
it.
platter of para.
Pi r squared. I can do a calculation for that actually.
My God.
Yes,
Curious to know.
You're gonna find an element called factorial.
so, may you
Oh, come
draw
on.
the map?
Oh,
Yeah.
Draw the
Jesus.
What is it? 3 miles.
Yep,
Towards.
3 miles.
Yeah.
If we assume it's an inch thick, you got 50 square inches of bar.
There we go. 3 miles.
Nice.
Someone trace under that towards the place.
Okay.
Let me know when you're done tracing.
Done tracing.
A little bit, kind of cut it short there, but
Sorry, 50 square foot, an inch thick. I should
So,
say. That's a lot.
so you grab your stuff and set it onto your horse as you start your journey outwards. As you're moving forward, you actually do come across a road a little bit into your journey, going up and down. Do you wish to cut right through or follow the path?
is a Firefly Trail going through the road?
Yes.
Okay, what's this?
So the okay.
You're raised. Okay. So the fire trail is going past the road, and the road is going where?
It's going north and south from what you can see.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
really see the end point.
and then keep following the trail.
Okay. So why did Soul cross the road? Get
Oh
to
my
the
God.
Firefly Festival. Anyways,
Woodstock.
Age-old question.
okay. So, as you're traveling down, it's a bit more of a muckier day. Not really anything to see.
Cloudy?
Yes, cloudy.
Hell yeah.
So, as you're walking down the path, you hear, well, Naname and Yugovin, with your godly perception,
Perceptive
passive,
motherfuckers.
you hear just a slight bit of murmuring in the distance. Just, I'm gonna find that. Do you guys
Someone's
wish
having
to?
a hard time waking up. She like looks around
You go and
Anyone
look
else?
around as well.
for that.
I do. Seem to hear something.
What?
What are you all paying attention to?
We can hear something. And she's gonna point in the direction that she heard it. Someone's just muttering. It was more of an offhanded comment than anything.
Yes, something is over there.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me.
Save us, Corvo.
Do we want to deal with it, or do we want to just ignore whatever thing is there?
I don't
I
know.
can
just
deal
gotta-
with this right now if I have the right spell. Okay.
Corvo casts Fireball.
Give
I don't
me-
know. I
give-
was just kind of
Okay.
a little bit paying
guys.
attention, not super paying.
Guys.
You're right
guys,
there.
Guys. Guys.
What?
Corvo can solve this problem.
What is the problem?
Okay. So as we hear it, Corvo will hold up his hand. He'll say, "If you want, I can find a way to scout ahead without us having to get too close to it."
Oh, okay. Sounds fun.
Oops.
Who?
I didn't mean to
Neat.
do that. Sorry. Not intentional.
Well,
aptly timed.
If you say all right.
Alright.
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, Tyler and everyone else, Corvo's gonna cast Arcane Eye.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh!
Ooh.
good old divination.
Ooh woo.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Ooh wop shoo wop doo wop.
so
yeah.
summon your Arcane Eye.
Yep. And it's gonna fly over to where they pointed.
It's gonna fly like an eagle.
Is
I
the
would
eye
describe-
invisible? Isn't it?
Yes, you create an invisible magical eye within the range that hovers in the air for the duration.
Yeah.
Corvo looks at all of us like, eh? We're all like, what?
Yeah, I was gonna describe how it looks, but no one knows what it looks like except Corvo.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So, one second. I'm just checking to see. Arcane Eye? Alright.
Arcane Eye, Divination level 4.
Hmm. So, I'm trying to see if you were able to hear out of it or not.
That's a fabled 4th level divination spell, Arcane Eye?
Okay.
James
so,
shoots out off his horse. Whoa!
So you can receive visual information. So, as you send out your eye, you sort of close your own as it floats off into the direction that they were pointing. As eventually you come across a group of 4 what looks to be somewhat thug type of characters. One hanging out in a tree. 2 of them seem to be wielding somewhat of a great axe, and the other one,
Foolish
the other one, and the last one, sitting down on a rock, seeming to, they seem to be bored, just chatting. You can't really understand what they're saying, but
Alright, so they're thug types with weapons and they're along the trail. Like the
Yeah.
road or the fire trail?
Fire trail.
They're in our way.
Yes, you don't think it's going to be that hard to pass them by, but there is still the chance that you don't get to pass by.
Well, in that case, looking through it, Corvo will speak to everyone else there. He will say, from my scout, the Arcane Eye spell, it seems
Arcane Eye?
there's 3 or 4.
4.
It seems there are 4 armed men ahead of
There's
us
a
along.
woman.
Individuals, fucking. There are 4 armed people ahead of us along this trail. If we continue in a straight line, we will intercept them. But if we go along there, we should be able to avoid any trouble. They seem to be waiting for us.
Waiting for us, or just, I assume, individuals in general?
Yes, like I said, they're armed, and the way
Ambush.
they're dressed for battle.
Do you all want to test out our new tools, or just
A
try
little
to
bit.
avoid them?
I mean, we could just walk by and see if they're actually gonna do anything.
Oh, okay. James,
Alright, what are they armed with again?
There's 2 with a what looks to be a great axe, if I'm remembering correctly. One seems to be an archer hanging in a tree, and the other one, yep, great axe, and the other one's wielding a, I think, yes, a longsword and a shield.
Okay, so 2 axes, a longsword, shield, and what's the other person?
A bow.
Okay, 2 great axes, longsword, shield, a bow. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, he'll say, if we do plan to intercept them, 2 of them are wielding great axes, 1 is wielding a longsword and a shield, another one has a bow.
Okay. Out of curiosity, Corvo, do you have invisibility?
Yes.
Do you want to cast it on us so we can sneak up on them?
How long has it been since we woke up, Tyler?
Like I'm just checking to see the map and such. It's been about a third of a day, so 16 divided by 3. It's been about 5 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If it was under an hour, he could prepare it, but now it's... I did not think to prepare that.
Okay, don't worry about it then. Are they grouped up or separated?
I'll bring the map up.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say.
We're gonna go buy them.
Yeah.
Noname, as they're both like conferring, is just gonna go.
Where are we?
You guys are about right here. Oh, it's not. One sec. I need to actually be on a map. Right here.
We are right here.
How did you
Oh.
make the exact same joke I was gonna make?
Yeah. Yeah, we're right here.
Corvo used Dimension Door with Corvo and James.
Govan looks at
Goodbye.
Noname confused.
Mm.
So,
They look like they're going to fight then.
Yes. They're spread out in a kind of Y formation. If this were a grid-based tabletop game, I would say
I
they're
hate you.
spaced out.
I hate you.
So we
Anyways,
need
Guys,
to, we need to
they're-
go.
This grid is weird. Like looking at the.
Mhm.
we need
it's
to
not
go-
1-to-1.
We need to go
it's
that way.
not my fault that they don't 1-to-1.
No, I just caught my attention. I noticed that.
Do we go
I-
that way? Or are we going like that way?
First one.
Or are we going?
Straight
We're
across?
going straight across the map.
I like the green one.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. As y'all are talking, Naname's just kind of fucking.
Wait. If I can position myself properly, I could get 3 of them with 1 lightning bolt.
Let's just.
We don't even know if they're deadly
I was
yet.
gonna say, we are assuming they are dangerous.
Not fight this because this is.
I
I'm
most
pretty sure
certainly-
that should lead to their demise.
Right? Fine. He
Oh,
will.
Do you mind if I take the lead though?
I
Sure.
was.
He will leave his
Dude,
his
Dude,
eye.
is that a good? Alright. Go ahead.
Are
I'm
you
just
gonna be stealthy or are you going to not be?
No, I was gonna just fucking walk around him. She's just like leading her horse around, you know?
Oh
Are
yeah,
you trying to do it stealthily or?
No.
Okay.
Run,
Where's my baby?
I'm
There
just trying to
she
get
is.
around. To give a better description of everyone. You see this female. It looks like a female human hanging in the tree, and she's just, hey.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
Hey,
Hey boss, there's some people trying to cross by.
if you try to stop us, you're going to die.
Fucking.
Why would you say that?
That did not feel
Why
very
would you
friendly.
say that?
Because I'm not in a good mood. I didn't sleep very well, so I interrupted my nap.
Your nap at the very beginning and at the end. Shut up. You're like a child.
the two people with the axes, they actually look like twins.
Just gonna keep going around.
Yeah.
Like, they don't
It's not moving.
They don't have like guard armor or anything like that. They have like clearly
No.
bandage attires.
Yeah, well, it's like they just sort of like, oh yeah, we can make a quick buck.
Okay, yeah, no, James is
Yeah.
literally like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, this man wearing the longsword seems to be older, and she's like, excuse me, ma'am.
I will give you 30 gold right now to leave us alone.
It's a lot of
Well,
gold.
we're just trying to see if the. Okay, deal.
And she pulls up 30 gold, hands it to him, and keeps going.
The two people with the axes, they seeming to be twins. One with half their head shaved to the left, and the other one with half their head shaved to the right.
She points at them. I like your hair.
Thanks, as they both say in unison.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
One looks at the other one and says, "One sec, is it are we getting 30 gold each, or is it 30 gold between all 4 of us?"
She like holds out 30 gold to the one in front of her. Putt drops it in his hand. 30 gold for all of you.
He gives you sort of like he looks at the bag, he sort of like looks through it and is like, okay. Ties it up. He just sort of chucks it towards each of his members. Each of them sort of grab it, no problem, and He's like, well,
You go,
well,
stop.
have a good day. Have a good day.
You go and start
Uh,
Dance Dance Revolution, everybody.
well, I don't really know. Is there anything? Sorry, you gave us a chunk of gold.
Yeah, because you were gonna try and rob us anyway, so I figured, cut to the chase. You'll leave us alone, leave everybody else alone for a little bit. Go grab yourself a beer. She like holds her arms out like, eh?
We call this
Or,
efficiency.
like we were going to check to see if you were marked, but seem too calm to be marked right now.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
we thought you were gonna try and kill us. Well,
Well, we were going to try to restrain you if you were marked, but
I
are we good to go? We're just trying to head to the festival.
oh, the Firefly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Woodstock.
guys, we made a good bit. Yeah, you guys can go. Yeah. Hey, Mary, you want to go
You
to the
there?
festival with me today? Later. Sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys.
We'll see y'all there. And Noname gives a little salute.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
no, James is stopped.
Sucks. She's still
James
going.
wants murder. Kill him.
No, James.
What does James want? Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted murder.
No.
What does James want?
Now that Noname's gone, James is like, okay then. Have a good day then. And follows behind. Just leave a person go ahead and not accounting for how long he's gonna stay, so he just left.
Yeah.
Ugelfin will wave and continue walking as well then.
Corvo won't acknowledge them in any regard and just walk away.
Mhm.
DV's
hanging back though. Don't worry.
No,
Y'all
Deep voice,
could
blah.
y'all could have stayed. Noname was like, they're not gonna bother us now. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of leaving.
Excuse
I
me.
wasn't gonna go far.
You kind of left,
Just
not
going
saying
over-
anything.
Just going over here.
I said, well, see ya. Walked away. And Noname's not gonna leave the group out of her sight. But if you assume she's going to, then then
Who's-
it's on you.
Who's closest to Ugo?
Corvo is the last to leave along
Okay.
with you.
Then he will look over at you. Excuse me, Corvo. I have a question.
Yes.
What are the marked that they referred to?
You don't know.
No, I do not think I have heard.
Fucking idiot.
Ugo cries, and then his lens turns red, and before you know it, you've got two metal arms wrapped around your throat. It's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Abby choke minutes, but it's opening.
On a magnet. Angry.
Nah, I imagine the car just vroom, just
Yeah. It just goes into deathbot mode.
You aren't aware?
I do not think so. I think I may have heard the term before, but I have not had it explained to me.
The marked are simply every few at some
1,000
point.
years.
One more time.
1,000 years.
Yes.
James interrupts adds to the conversation, clearly listening in.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Every 1,000 years or so, approximately, random individuals around the Kingdom of Terra will be marked with a particular element: earth, wind, fire, or water. Let's groove tonight. And well, when one is marked and this happens, there's a manhunt for them with quite a prize awaiting those who are able to capture them and bring them to the king or a lord, or is simply able to turn them over to the government.
That is very strange.
You
This
did
phenomenon
research.
did not used to happen.
I didn't know you did research on the marked, Corvo.
Well, of course, I am an arcanist.
Well, no. The marked only pop up every 1,000 years, and they're very secretive and very little to do with any magic. Can I ask what books
I-
you read?
I must disagree. I find it to be an incredibly magical phenomenon. But so, anyways, it did not occur back when you were operational.
No, I do not remember there ever being an infection of energy, such as this, that marked the populace.
Huh.
Huh.
Can you elaborate?
I do not know how. There was no such phenomenon when I operated in the past.
I meant regarding the infection.
I can only assume that if the phenomenon began, that it is some change in the world. Infection was a simple way to state that the energy seems to be leaking in, if the genasi are not evidence of that.
Then it technically would be considered an infection,
I see.
a disease, or whatever you may call it.
Yes, it feels very similar.
What I've found, it seems to pull what research I've done, most marked tend to gather different locations of power, runic inscriptions, locations, and so on.
That is very interesting. And what becomes of the marked?
They get handed in to the king.
For,
Someone gets paid a bounty.
for what purpose?
Probably to get rid of a threat. From what I've put together, with the emergence of marks normally tends to a high degree of danger in the world, and they're probably accounting for whatever it is that involved.
So they cause problems. Is that correct?
From what I know, kind of. More of a correlation and causation don't seem to be present there.
Ah, so the two things are not so linked.
Possibly, it's strange. Still need to look into it.
Interesting. Have any of you ever met a marked?
Yes. No.
What's his name? Okay.
I've been looking for the mark for a bit now, but it was more of a passive thing that I had out of curiosity.
Ah, you do not wish to turn them in then.
Depends if they're an asshole and there's no real, and they deserve to be sent to a prison of sorts and might get paid for it.
Interesting. This is strange.
But Corvo, you researched the mark beforehand then?
Yes.
Specifically.
Indeed.
I think he cuts out.
No, Corvo said indeed.
Oh, I heard he. Do you have any books to recommend? I was doing a bit of research on it before you go kind of hit the flame.
Of course. Well, I actually have an author to recommend.
Terrace Valmore.
As Sam checks his notes.
But the shut up.
The silence.
Did you say Terrace Fallamore?
Yes, I did.
Huh.
As you say that, Corvo kind of quiet and nods. Indeed.
I did some research when I was in these guys. His books came up a lot. Seemed to be a person of interest, at least in the Monarch research department.
Well, I recommend their work, but it seems you already know. They are the most well-researched and well-decided of the research studies.
Why were you studying them? Just curiosity as the magic phenomenon?
Well, indeed. When I was in Springbell, becoming a divination wizard, whenever I had free time in the study, when I was done with by present assignments, I simply research magical phenomenon, whether it be the extraordinary locations, the animals, although I didn't have particular affinity for them, but I was mostly interested in magical phenomena, and it seemed that the marked phenomena was the penultimate of it, as it seems to have formed quite a bit of the culture of this country.
I'm surprised you haven't been keeping an eye out for them. If only that's.
Well, it appears that with our situation, it is not so easy to go looking out for one's own goals.
Oh. Maybe not actively, but passively. We've been traveling a lot last while, and you guys probably traveled before I did.
Well, I pose a question to you then. How would you go to someone in order to discover if they're marked or not?
Curiosity?
I'm asking how, not why.
You son of a bitch.
Being curious, asking questions like, are you marked, Corvo? Easy as that.
Well, I suppose I don't have a way with words like you do.
Being blunt about it normally tends to get me in trouble, but in this situation, I think it might be advantageous.
I'm not so sure if you simply go to someone and ask rather bluntly if they're marked, knowing the situation that there's quite a price on their head, I imagine would immediately get a rather negative reaction. At least it
Oh,
would be.
if they say no, then what can I do? Tell them I don't believe them?
Yeah.
Yes.
You may think I'm looking for fights, but I personally rather not fight if I don't go out looking for them. I just they tend to find me.
How does one find a marked?
Do what James does. Ask around. Wait for somebody to kick your butt.
From what I know, the marks have insane presence somewhere on their body. If you can spot them, you know one's marked.
Indeed. Like I said, in some position of their body, they are marked with a symbol that corresponds to one of the 4 primary elements.
Fire, water, earth.
And wind.
Thank you. Forgot the last one.
Only Avatar can control all 4 elements.
Oh, you read that book too?
Yeah, it was a very good story actually.
Does it kill you?
Three
Yeah,
books.
it was about the blue tabaxis, right?
It was about the
No.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my
the
God.
delay. No.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's a different one by the same name. Different author, different story and tag.
Also good though.
I have no idea
Also
what we're
no-
talking about.
Neither do I.
Personally, I remember the one that
We were talking about the marked, weren't we?
yes.
Yes, I was curious about them. Do they have
Did
special
alright.
abilities granted by these strange energies? Elemental energies.
Not that I know of. Nothing I mentioned seemed to imply that.
Nothing currently recorded suggests such a thing, as in they could alter the energy purely because of their mark.
I did find some books referencing that reference the implications of marks being a type of blessing aligned with some of the divine beings. That's which was an interesting implication.
Do not see how that could be possible. Wait, I don't know if I know this. Hold on, I'm gonna ask Tyler a question.
Too late now.
No, that's not what I mean. It's something. The next thing I was going to say. That's why I stopped myself. Ugo does curious. He the reason I was going to say it's not possible because he obviously hadn't seen it in his time. Question, Tyler. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna ask Tyler a question about the next statement I was gonna make.
From what I know, there was a book I found which referenced the implications of it being a divine blessing and or a power of that granted some sort of unsealing contribution is in order to release divine power or something like that. Oh look, that wild dog is back.
Bucky!
Tony!
As Yugovin shuts down and James rides away, he's gonna look over at Naname. Whoa, really dodged a bullet there, huh?
Oh my god. Alright. Next question.
Go ahead, Yugovin.
I'm waiting for the response from the all-powerful knowledge god of lore.
What? I don't know any.
Yeah,
I don't know any of the lore.
I improvise everything.
No, it wouldn't be too hard to be blunt about that. It's like, watch, I did it to Corvo. Are you marked?
Why don't you find out?
Is that a threat? Or an offer?
It was an attempt at a. Never mind. And she'll like.
None of us will ever know.
It was an attempt to both them?
I'm not sure. Felt like
Right.
felt like a good thing to say.
Right.
Certainly.
Well, it seems, James, I personally, if I were to be on the hunt for them for whatever reason, I find it more likely to observe one based on their behavior, get to know them more personally, and then after a while I earn their trust, then I would ask them. Because, well, as you can probably infer, I have no reason to turn them into the government.
As a large mark appears on Ugovin's chest. Whoa!
Yes. Oh.
Get 'em, boys!
No!
Springbell?
What?
Did you say you studied at Springbell?
Yes.
Isn't that pretty governing?
Is it very governing?
When... Never mind.
I mean, if you're asking for how mandated it is, simply when I was there, I never ran into it. It is headed by Quinro, but usually he's off studying in of himself.
No
When-
tenses.
Okay.
So,
That's why Corvo very quickly changed the subject.
what I'm making here is, if you studied in Springbell, which is a very government-esque situation, you'd think people that are wanted by the government might be a bit apprehensive.
To answer to me,
Ugo's lens
Yeah.
flickers back
For
on.
example.
Thought process over.
well,
Does
That's-
James know Name's uncle is a lord?
No,
I feel like it's come up.
no.
right.
Anytime you know that she has an uncle that she highly respects. You know that she knows a lot about vampires.
He's a vampire.
You don't know her uncle's a vampire. You know that she knows a lot about vampires. She has not told
Should
you.
have
her
roleplayed
uncle's a
James would have
vampire.
asked about how you knew about vampires.
You
Ugo's,
never did.
Yeah.
Ugo's lens
Yeah,
flickers
that's
back
not bad.
on. In response
But
to the...
well,
Oh,
Corvo's gonna finish his sentence.
yes.
Well, I want to ask you, if you were to look at me, would you figure out that I'm from Springbell?
No, but if you're implying that you talk to them and you gain their trust, I would assume you would tell them where you're from.
Well, yes, of course I would say that, but I wouldn't preface the entire interaction with that fact.
No, but if you wouldn't gain a person's trust with one interaction.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In order for any trust to be gained through interactions, a first interaction must be made. I'm simply saying that upon my repertoire of things to say, on the first interaction, me being from Springbell would not be an option.
Yes, that's fine. I get that. What I'm saying is, no matter the outcome, if you tell them you're from Springbell and then ask them afterwards, then they would be apprehensive simply because you're coming from a governing body.
Yes, well, I never implied to say it before I asked.
But you would have to say it to gain people's trust because, admittedly, where you're from is often a good introductory conversation.
Well,
and
at
if
that
you're
point,
apprehensive about stating that, it might be suspicious.
well, at that point, if we're getting to such intimate detail, again, you saying to trust them, that implies you already know and trust each other if they're going
As
over a
these-
history.
As these two are
I was
doing
gonna
this.
say...
No, Name and you go over. No, I was gonna lead over to you going. I don't know if you're keeping track of what they're talking about, but I've lost it.
I'm not sure anymore. There was something I wanted to say, but they seem busy.
So you can say it to me.
I never met any gods. I do not know about the gods. However, The most powerful creature I do know of is the Guardian. Therefore, I am not sure the marked can be divine, as I'm not sure if there are gods.
I have a question
Wow,
for
you Govan, okay.
Quick question
Heresy.
about the Guardian.
Funny because he's bald.
That's you said that's not something that your master built?
No, the Guardian is a biological or magical creature. It is not a construct.
Does it have rainbow-colored scales?
Tyler?
It's in the pin. Well, it's near the pin.
Near the pin? What pin? We have so many
The pin
pins.
message of what it.
Oh,
Back to James and Corvo.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to semantics. The point
You
I
want
was,
me to- I'm looking at it right now.
if you want people's trust, you're gonna have to tell them where you're from. If you're not willing to express that, then they're not gonna trust you.
Well, I understand that, and I get that as part of
Oh.
it. I'm simply saying that initiating the trust between the two in this relationship
Okay.
doesn't
You want me to
necessarily
pin it,
have to
or-
No, I think
start
I found it.
where it was about talking their past. It could eventually build to that over a long period of trust being gained initially, but you seem to be implying that it is a necessary requirement to state where you're from in order to start any trust relationship between two people.
Naname.
You Govin?
Ooh. Naname. I do not know if it had scales. However, it did have multicolored wings.
Huh. Neat.
You will nod. Indeed. It is quite the strange creature.
Was it like a little thing or like really big?
Ow.
When I operated, it seemed to be nearly 1,500 feet tall.
Holy guacamole.
However, the
That's
mountain
big.
has grown since then. I am not sure if the Guardian has grown with it.
Fuck.
That sounds
Fucking
Very big.
kaiju.
that sounds pretty big.
Yes, it is quite the creature.
I mainly asked the multicolor thing because there's something about the cult having a weird thing with that.
I am not sure.
Mm. Are you two still having your weird conversation?
No, I think we
You
figured
Govin
out
said
the
a neat thing.
situation. Semantics
What
are-
I'm saying is that Fudanari is better than straightforward.
Oh, come on. Jesus Christ.
gay than straightforward.
Please.
Anyways,
That doesn't happen.
yes.
You guys, you Govin has a neat thing.
Excuse me.
What's the neat thing, you Govin?
What I was trying to think of earlier. I do not know of any gods. Therefore, I cannot say if the marked are divine. The most powerful creature I do know of is the Guardian.
Say Inferno.
IMX.
So the gods.
I do not know what that has to do with anything.
Well,
Inferno is
I-
a god. If you're referring to him as IMAX, it implies that you know the gods, but not his gods.
I am
I
uncertain.
also want to point out that in the book, and she'll like pull out the thorn book from the bag. I'm starting to wonder if it implies that the people in the book are the gods, and their sort of rise too.
The rise to
I-
become gods.
I am
Actually,
unsure. I cannot read.
that is something I was considering when I read it earlier.
You
No.
can read it now.
He can something with the thing in his
Yes,
arm.
actually.
Oh yeah, that's what I woke up in.
Yes. Which I may have to talk to you, Govan, about that later, but besides the point.
However,
Yes,
I can
I-
help.
You can
I'm
read
able
it.
I'm able to,
Yes.
I'm able to read it now.
Well, I'm told I can read it. I do not know for sure.
He can. He just doesn't remember it after. Same thing like when he tries to do say Inferno.
IMX.
Yeah, it's that kind of weird.
Say IMX.
IMX.
Damn.
Say IMAX theater.
IMAX Theater. I do not know what that is.
Say Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno.
Sing Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno.
I thought I got you with that one.
Okay, she's gonna say Inferno, and this time when he goes to say IMAX, she's gonna say Inferno in his voice. Just to fucking throw him off.
Great, that's me ruining it. IMAX. Inferno.
Inferno.
See, you can say it.
I am saying it correctly. I do not understand.
When we say inferno, what do you hear?
Just the word. The word.
Do I do I
You hear IMAX.
Yeah. I hear IMAX.
The forest had been set on fire, and you could describe that fire as an inferno.
Yes, you could describe that fire as an inferno.
Okay, then this makes
One of
no
the
sense.
gods'
Because
names.
context would be a huge component for this logistical effect of the mind.
This is fun. I like this.
Say the individual inferno started a flaming inferno.
The individual IMAX started a flaming inferno.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Say inferno.
Which one refers to the god?
Exactly. Go with it.
Well, he would have heard whichever one you meant to say as IMAX as Inferno.
There you go.
The second one would have been the person.
Okay, then Inferno IMAX.
Okay, there's something going on here because that was now inferno.
Which is it?
Just say random combinations.
Alright.
Inferno,
IMAX Inferno.
Inferno.
IMAX IMAX.
Inferno.
Inferno IMAX.
Inferno. This one he doesn't say either of them. All right.
Yeah, then he'll go Inferno Inferno.
Inferno. Both being IMAX.
IMAX IMAX.
Okay, this is a cognitive thing for our display, meaning he's in hearing. Are you hearing differently? Like what I'm saying are different words.
Yes, you were saying the name and
Is
the
cognitive
fire.
ability we're saying is affecting his auditory responses from interpretation.
Nona's like smiling a little bit, looking between this big thing.
All three of them trying to crack this.
She's not. She's just having fun with it.
Okay,
Also,
here's the thing that I want to keep in mind because I just thought the funny thing. If we're having an emergency in like a situation where we're not they don't realize we're onto them or whatever, we'll just add inferno into the sentence, and if IMAX is what he hears, he'll make a gesture.
I do not understand the purpose.
We'll be talking about fires, and then they'll hear something entirely different.
If,
They'll
if
know there's
we,
a threat.
well, unless you know he's not the only one that hears it like that.
I
Say
do not know.
inferno.
IMAX.
All right. What time is it, Tyler?
okay. So,
Jesus Christ.
Or-
probably been about 7 hours as a. So, as you all are walking down, as you get to about right around here, the scenery starts to change a bit. As you go from the oak trees, peppering around, you're starting to see, what you guys know as pin trees, which are trees that, have the top of a palm tree, but the base of a cactus.
Cool.
What the fuck?
As you are walking through the land, to pretty much, I think the only one who would have maybe known about this is James. Everyone else is sort of looking at this in a weird sort of mind.
Wait, the tree?
Yes.
Have I never seen one before?
Actually, you Govin, you've seen one.
I've seen one. Okay.
Yes.
This is this strange tree.
Mhm.
I've seen one before.
Are they just trees, or are they something special about these trees?
They're just trees. They just have the look of a cactus with palm tree at the top.
What's funny is these are an actual tree I know of, like in real life.
Oh, really?
Like there's trunks with thorns on them, like poking out, and then the top is a palm tree.
Cool.
But this is like an actual cactus.
It's like green and
Like-
blobby.
If you cut into this tree, you will get cactus juice.
Dude,
That's how you get an avatar.
exactly. That's how you get giant mushy friends.
In that book we were talking about, with the four elements, and only the avatar. You could get drunk. You could get drunk off this juice.
I've heard they give you giant mushy friends.
Yugovin,
Yes.
does the name Keltor mean anything to you?
Tyler.
You would have heard, actually, no, you would have just heard, yeah, you would have just heard Queltor.
And so does it mean anything to me, or would I just
Nope.
heard it?
It doesn't mean anything to
okay.
you.
It-
Curiosity, do we know the names of the gods?
Uh,
I assume we would. They are the gods.
yeah. They're in,
Lord, I believe.
yeah,
yeah,
they're
they're
in World War.
Double checking that.
He will say, no, I have never heard of Queltor before.
Out of curiosity, is Inferno on there?
No.
There's no Inferno from the normal gods.
You go and feel free to interrupt me. Akadi. Repeat what I'm saying. Akadi.
I assume.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to say these correct.
Okay. Akadi. Grumbar.
Istashia.
Istitia.
Kasuth.
Kasuth.
King of the End.
That's just the name. That's just what they are.
Ogremuch.
Do I hear those ones normal too?
Mhm.
Oh, I do. Yeah. Ogre Mock.
Yansi Bin.
Yansi Bin.
Alhydra.
Old Hydra.
IMAX.
IMX.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, that hurt!
Yeah.
Kings of the End. IMX.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck!
I saw the end of the list and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was looking down at it, and when I stopped asking Tyler.
Went, oh fuck.
Yeah, I stopped asking Tyler because I was like, do I know these? And then I hit the last one's IMAX. I'm like, oh, I can talk these ones. We're
Oh.
good.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
James literally went IMAX. Oh fuck.
IMAX. Why? What does that name mean for you?
Inferno.
IMAX.
No, I.
Open. Us, IMAX is one of the gods.
Are you certain?
Yes.
That is strange. Why do you keep saying his name then?
Inferno?
Yes.
Because
Showed up.
that's what they were calling him.
That's how
Is
introduced
he?
himself.
He's
What's that you call him?
introduced himself. You have met IMAX.
Met is putting it very nicely.
I am now certain there is at least one godly being. Thank you.
You're welcome. He's horrifying.
What was he like, other than horrifying?
That covers it.
Hot.
Okay.
Literally.
That sounded weird. He melted the room around him. That also sounds weird.
He literally was hot.
Yes.
That is what I thought you had meant. I do not know any other connotation for the word.
Yes, you
Attractive.
do.
That is a strange way. Sorry,
Induce
my phone
to
buzzed and I
one
didn't know why.
people and thus they are hot.
That seems incorrect.
We'll discuss this later. If you want to join in, Nonami, you're free to
We're
listen.
gonna teach this robot love. Anyways. So
So
after
we're
that,
gonna explain to this pansexual to this asexual
He
robot.
could be pansexual.
why
You don't know anything yet.
people are not also
Whoa,
asexual.
whoa, whoa! You're assuming my sexuality based off of my race? What the fuck?
No, I'm assuming you're saying
Jeez.
asexual over the fact you literally can't
You go
interpret.
and be like, I am ribbed for pleasure.
I can still love.
Yes, I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying
I'm going to cast Thunderwave on you if you don't shut up.
Yeah.
And we hear like clicking from his crotch. And are you ready to feel my Thunderwave?
Jesus.
Anyways,
Hey,
As
look,
you
you're
guys-
clearing for the night.
shooting off the
Yep.
feet.
Habitable.
yeah.
What do you hear when you hear Graltumek?
I
I
am
am
pretty sure I hear Greltomek.
Yeah.
Inferno.
I hear Greltomek.
Okay. Don't double check that. Sorry.
Do you suspect he is also a divine being?
Maybe. I don't know. I just was curious if his memory affected you at all.
That is very strange. There are far more divine beings than I would have ever thought.
One for each element, one equivalent of good and bad.
That is certainly many.
It's 8. A lot.
Be back in a minute.
Okay.
It is 2 cubed.
Okay, so you guys,
Now I'll let you finish. Corvo just has some more test.
oh, I was going to have you guys rest off for the night. So what was your test?
Test away.
Oh, just yeah, in the 2 hours years ago. So when you hear the pronoun inferno, you instead hear
Were you saying it in his name way?
yes.
I hear IMX. Is that not what you've been saying?
No,
No.
he's saying the thing like, Disco Inferno. Both at the disco.
Really?
Yeah.
That is very strange. I do not perceive it that way.
What about when you hear
Weird,
the
right?
pronoun air?
Air.
No,
Oh.
Corvo, are you saying it in the other way?
Yep.
As a name.
Mason, look at my recent thing.
Oh.
I knew he was gonna go with that.
Oh.
Oh,
You say air. He says Jan Sebin.
As that revelation happens, Nanami looks over what did you just figure out?
Corvo has the book, and what about when you hear the pronoun frost?
Ol Hydra.
He
Corvo,
looks
are
over
you
to Name.
using the She looks at you, just smiles a little bit.
When you hear the pronoun nature,
Ogremok.
slams the book closed, throws it to the side.
Catches it. They practice this,
Yeah, I was gonna say, fucking duo over here.
Was that all the names in here?
Yes.
Including the ones that wrote it?
I believe so.
Huh.
So, you think this book was written by the gods?
Four of them, at least.
They were at least within close proximity of them.
That is strange. Why would a book
Oh my god.
written by the gods not allow us to perceive it?
I don't know. Same reason why most of us can't read the words, I guess. Try to keep it secret where they came from. And if I'm
Then-
right, they came from the library.
Why can some of us perceive it?
I guess Para in his system doesn't let it, and maybe because the Genasi are closer to the elements.
This may require further testing.
Absolutely.
I miss Maestro.
I miss Iggy.
I miss Iggy. I miss our Genasi buddies.
You had Genasi friends.
Good too. One
Shut the
was-
fuck up, Hugo.
Ugovin's lens turned red.
Magnet gets put on.
The
Fuck you,
magnet- I
Corvo.
forgot about that. Clunky slaps a magnet on, above his lens. It's just an angry eyebrow.
Throw some tape on there.
Yeah.
And so she asks Corvo, "What'd you just figure out?"
Did you just? She's like in an impressed voice. Like she knows what you figured out. She's just impressed by it.
Yeah, and Corvo just kind of leaning back against the walls of the hemisphere, just like staring off into space.
Oh, you guys are in the hemisphere. Did you?
Okay.
Did you invite?
I
On
assume
the
it's
edge of
always
the
so
hemisphere.
going.
Okay. 'cause
Whatever.
I was gonna say, because if you guys didn't bring Ugo in, he's not hearing any of this.
No, okay, no, on the edge of the hemisphere.
Okay. Okay.
Okay then. Oh, kind of tilts his head back to touch the edge of the sphere. Okay. Okay. We figured something out.
What did you figure out?
Take a guess, Hugovin.
Does it have to do with the gods and the book that was written?
Yes.
I understand.
Okay.
Sam seems to be getting upset with me more and more often.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm not entirely sure to do this information presently. Hello?
You
Hi,
keep getting mad at me.
sorry.
Fuck you.
What the fuck? What?
It has.
When Corvo asked that, he wasn't mad. He just wanted to hear Yugovin's thoughts.
Sam's
Mhm.
mad. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking directly to me. He would have said it does certainly have gravid. Gravid? I don't know if that's the right word.
Gravid is probably
No.
not the word that
Okay.
you
Graboids are
No,
baby
then I won't
monsters.
use that word because I think it has.
Gravid is what you call a pregnant snake.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When you see a pregnant snake, you say gravid.
Okay. Anyways, that's learning new things. That is quite the has quite the implications for the world, especially as I did not think this world had gods prior. I did not know
Well,
about
it
them.
seems the beings that we have come to know as the gods are not, at least entirely.
Did they go through a change then? He hasn't read the whole. Well, he hasn't read any of the book technically, so he doesn't know.
Yes, it appears that they entered the Labyrinth Library. They were in there for some extended period of time that is indeterminable, and they eventually transformed.
Do I know anything about the library? It's basically like, things about it, Tyler.
Yeah, you would have heard about it's a well of infinite knowledge. People say that any information, any story, any little
Mhm.
letter that you wrote will you can somehow find it within the labyrinth.
Okay. But no one
They are,
gets in and out kind of thing.
yeah, no one says to be
No one
has been
gets
able
out.
to get in and out.
Right.
And whenever it says that whenever somebody picks up a book, the door closes, and when they open the door, the person's gone.
Perhaps they found something, information on how to convert themselves in some way.
Not actively, because the perspective of the writer, they describe it as some type of sudden transformation that they are not aware of, They react in horror upon discovering changes their own and others' bodies. And
Do you think-
that's simply it. They don't seem to notice, and when they find out, they're horrified.
That cannot happen to everyone who enters, though. Can it?
I suppose not.
You- But if they wrote it down here, that means anyone in the library could study and recreate their steps. So theoretically,
There was also that loose part of the library we found where we found Lonely. And
What did
here
I miss?
Corvo's leaning forward and he has his fingers together.
Ha! Gravid can mean pregnant carrying eggs or young, but can also mean full of meaning or a special quality. Specified
Thank
quality.
you, Hugo.
So I was still right. I
We were
apologize.
both right.
We were actually both right. You gave me the far more interesting. I'm like, I wouldn't have guessed that would be used
You're
for that,
welcome.
but cool.
What did I miss?
Mason said the word gravid. I said that means a pregnant snake. He went, really? And looked it up. Also,
it means both.
uh,
Well, because
we're pretty
it doesn't
sure
just
that-
say snake. It actually says eggs and young, and it also
Yeah.
means something with a heavy
pregnant
meaning.
snake.
But
Because
and young
some,
means it doesn't have to be
Some
snake.
snakes are live bears.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Anyways,
Yeah, so yeah, Corvo's leaning forward now with his fingers in their tips, kind of poking his index fingers together.
templing.
Why was that loose piece there?
Where?
Outside of Water Spring, we found someone named Lonely, hiding amongst ruins, which corresponded with the archaeology at the Labyrinth Library.
I also found my pages spread about in strange locations.
Corvo falls silent. He's just staring forward with tapping his fingers together.
Although one of them did reside within the Clarity's home settlement.
In the
Doesn't
Phantom
say-
Thorns.
It
Yes.
doesn't say anything about the races or anything in the book, right? Any descriptions of the people? Any?
It said that elves were inside the library.
Were any of the named ones the elves?
Excuse me.
Were any of the ones that were named were they the elves?
I don't believe so. It was simply in passing reference.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to double check though.
Right, yeah. And she looks at the ground and picks up DB.
Oh man. That works much better.
Much better. We'll just pick up the
I
cat,
can-
set the cat in the lap. Does it say what kind of elves? Or just elves?
He's gonna take the book back.
All of them.
Let's see. Hmm. You see him take up the book he's reading.
Corvo
AKA
looks silly
Sam's
when he's reading.
Yeah.
Nona's kind of looking. She looks a little bit hopeful.
Do you think the Clarity may have entered the library?
They're called Clarity.
Yes, Clarity.
So they are still in there, or they were when this was written.
Yeah, day 120. Although I'm not sure that's a reliable number to go by. We found some elves called the Clarity. They seem to have different types and are having us train. I guess that's why the book's called The Chosen Words for the Elements. We'll hopefully
She-
get this under control.
She looks very excited. She scoots right up next to you and looks in, then realizes she can't read it and just kind of
That's amazing.
Hey man, bounce him over. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Chop up the para.
Yeah, as you do scoot over, he was going to like lean toward you so you could read it, and then as you go away, he's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, both of you are
Yeah.
idiots.
Yes,
Good.
it describes them interacting with them, and having them train, and read some books called The Chosen Words for the Elements. And later on, it has the writer describes the others as having these new names, but not saying them now being these names. It strictly refers to them as these names and nothing more, whereas earlier one was referred by Keltor and not whatever they happen to be now.
Do you,
Are the names now referenced? Is Inferno one of the new names?
Yes.
the
In
clarity
fact,
had
there
them training?
Yeah, it said it had them train. Day 122, I was able to store some side energy in a bottle. They were surprised I was able to do it so fast. Now we'll put it with my things to keep it safe. Day 129, he got his destructive flames in the bottle. We have to keep using his flames there, or it may be dangerous. Day 240, we found 2 eggs. Air and I are able to are drawn to it, and I am waiting to hatch it and see what it is. They are like a mirror of each other, like those elves a while ago.
Nona looks like incredibly excited, and she's like searching around her pockets for her sending stone to Venti.
We are all here. We are all here, but air, frost, inferno, and nature seem off lately. I think the world is getting to them, but we are at the door once more, and now the Guardian will let us free. Once we exit, we were on the other side of the door, but the world was the same as it was. At least I can sue this hole. I can sue this hole from earlier now. And that's it.
Yukovan, what do you hear when I say air?
Jan Sieben.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Frost.
Ol Hydra.
Nature.
Ogremak. Inferno. IMAX.
Point north, asshole.
Hey, point south. And then looks at you and flips you off.
At this
Oh.
point, you know everywhere my internal compass is, but when we're asking for something, it's something else entirely, right?
Yeah, he understands that there's, much like the book,
Something
that
going
there's
on.
something going on. He's aware of it, but you guys just say, repeat, like, tell me what I'm saying, so he's just continuing to do it. But he is aware that there's obviously stuff wrong.
Noname, like, after she finds the stone finally, she whips it out. She looks at it, she goes, that I can, and she's gonna send this to Venterica, but she's saying out loud because she's so fucking excited. She goes, the book that I can see the thorns. Corvo thinks it mentions Mom and Dad. The people it was written by talked about them. And then she'll sit there and she will wait.
Wait, you told him I'm here? God damn it.
Shit.
She just says that out loud for everyone to hear, and Tyler, I will send it to you so that you
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were
I
bitching
spoke
hard
very
for me.
quickly. Oh, sorry. I was also
Yeah,
talking
it was.
very fast. Yeah, but she says that out loud.
Yeah, kind of.
Corvo thinks it mentions.
Who did you just message?
My uncle.
Right. Okay. Don't worry, that sigh wasn't for that. It's for gonna hold this.
I'm gonna type it out for you.
You go. Will you stop?
Go, go,
Will you
Cass,
stop
keep
that
going.
barking?
I apologize. I've been practicing Noname's skill.
We've never run into a dog.
She barks for me and I bark for her. I copied that.
I copied that.
You bark in your sleep, do not me.
I spent 4 hours listening to you. I'm getting better.
Oh my god. Also for everybody else, I'm gonna post what she said in there because Tyler said I glitched out. So
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Well, I believe this answer brings up more questions.
is that the only time they talk about the two
The two
the two clarity
of the elves.
the elves?
That was when they mentioned it, and that's the rest of it. I'd have to read through the rest. He's gonna open the book. Is there anything else you can read?
Everything that you have is in there.
Oh, this one doc you sent me in handouts. That's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. That's all the pages we got.
Yeah, we don't have many pages yet.
All right. Yeah. He says that seems to be it so far. Let me just.
She looks a little bit disheartened, but still quite happy about what she heard.
Oh yeah, I don't have pages from the library in my inventory anymore. Haha. There we go.
That's the only thing.
Perhaps we need to find more pages.
Yeah. Hopefully it talks about them more.
I am also curious where these beings have gone.
He closed the book, hands it over to Naname.
She kind of holds it close to her chest.
Of course. He rubs the area between the goggles. Alright. And you'll see. I guess everyone paying attention, but mostly Naname. We'll see him kind of look down at it at his right arm, the one that has the part in it.
I'm staring at you.
It's out of it.
Where's your mark, by the way?
Corvos?
Corvos?
Yeah.
It is on his chest.
Oh, okay. Because I just realized I had a really good look at your arm, and I was like, is it on your arm? But no. Okay.
It would be on brand, but no.
On brand.
The back of the left hand would be on brand, technically, but you know
the
whatever.
characters, boy.
But yeah, so yeah, he kind of looks down. The sleeves are in fucking shambles, but he has them stuffed up into his sleeves, so they kind of hold a bit. But nonetheless, he is kind of looking down at where the para wound was.
Are you feeling pain, Corvo?
I'm not giggling at you. My mom walked in, lit an incense, and did like a little dance like it was a magic wand, and then walked out. I love her so much.
Amazing. Purely.
Oh, it smells very good.
My question stands.
Yeah, he was like, no, I'm not in pain.
That is good. I was worried you were feeling residual pains from the cut.
It seems my coughing fits have subsided.
That is also
Roll
good.
con.
In this moment. Every time you think about it.
My coughing fits subsided.
Yeah. Everyone panics.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, good night. The wheel
eventually-
falls over.
yeah. At that point, he will kind of retract his arm. He'll kind of look up. I wonder if they know.
Who is they?
What?
I wonder if these supposed gods are aware that we have found their origin.
I'm unsure.
Judging from Inferno, I don't know
they'd care.
Yeah. I suppose that isn't too different a feeling from what I used to.
I'll probably write another thing later.
Ooh.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Continue on.
Um, I guess we should go back inside the sphere.
Thanks,
was
you
kinda-
Gordon, for
You're welcome.
bouncing ideas.
I'm
You
glad
have
I could
been
help.
you have been an immense help, Yugovan.
You will not. I am glad. It appears you have a better understanding of things. That is good.
Who knew that this would be such a blessing?
The book?
Well, the book, but also being able to actually read the damn thing.
Getting some para exploded into him.
A blessing is certainly
Right,
one way
I
to
have
look at it.
A bit of paranoia.
Ha!
Right. Thank you again, Yugovan.
He will nod. You're welcome. And
He was-
whenever you guys disappear into the dome, he'll shut down.
Okay.
Yeah, Corvo just kind of shifts himself. Instead of leaning on the hemisphere, he will be inside of it.
He'll flop in.
Oh,
His
no.
legs are sticking out.
Naname, like, as she sits down to trance, she's like holding the book. She kind of smells and she gets a little giddy.
So, as you all rest off for the night,
I'm gonna light up my night lights.
yep.
Yeah, you guys are actively aware he's constantly casting these.
Alright.
Yeah. Every
the
so often you guys
whole
get a
time.
Dies in-
Dancing lights.
Dancing
It's like
lights.
the Skype startup nice that whoop.
Yep.
Orbiting
But,
planets.
Orbiting
So-
planets.
4 hours pass, and Naname, you awake. You go around and
You wake to the
4
lights.
hours passed. Yugovan, you become fully activated, and James, you usually wake up about and leave like 2 hours to move around. What's your passive again, James? It's 15.
15.
Yeah. So, as Corvo's still asleep, James, you're still sort of getting yourself ready. Naname and Yugovan. James, you can hear like a little, but not enough to where you can really pay
A
attention.
little what?
Yeah.
Yeah, James isn't gonna go to sleep if there's a little.
I think it's after you wake
this is
up
After you wake, yeah.
in the morning.
This is 6 hours after.
Oh, okay. So like after the 6 hours of rest, he's getting his tea ready.
You hear that?
Naname is like pacing around the habitable hemisphere.
Yeah, and
Digging a trench.
Yugovin and Naname, you hear more of a. Yeah, come on, it's, come on.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Naname like looks at you, Govin.
Do you come out of the hemisphere because he can't see you?
She's been pacing around the hemisphere.
Oh,
since
on
she
the
woke up.
outside. Oh, okay. He'll look over at her. That was strange. Did you hear that?
That was strange. I did hear that.
Perhaps.
It's still sort of going on in the background. Well,
Perhaps someone is hurt.
That was strange. I did hear that.
James pokes his head out.
Should one of us go check that out?
Do you want to go see if you can take a stealthy approach? I'll follow behind.
Hi, James. I didn't realize you could hear outside the hemisphere.
How does that work
Yeah.
for audio? I'm curious. I was curious about that the
No,
other
you
night.
can't actually hear in and out of
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that still doesn't stop any noise.
Yeah,
Okay,
the-
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Because Noname was gonna poke her head and wake you up.
no,
or
like
attempt
the
to
properties
wake
of it are determined by me. We can
Ah.
hear.
Okay, then what did you determine? You can hear?
We can hear.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Just curious. Just curious.
Should
Corvo made a really weird choice and made it so we can't hear. It's kind of strange.
I don't know. Maybe you're in like a loud forest. And you're like fucking.
Actually,
shut
Tyler,
up."
my passive is a 17. I'm good.
well, it is -5 from being asleep.
Okay.
Mm. But
I do think it is a good idea to check.
Just in case it's somebody getting hurt.
Yes, that seems like a good idea.
okay, so
Who wants to
They're not
go?
And to clarify, the dome never cannot stop noise.
yeah, it can't.
Well,
I was
Alright.
just sorry.
Yeah, but
I didn't know that.
Noname. Well, I said Noname because that's who you said beforehand, and she's also the rogue.
Yeah, Noname's going to check it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say if Nonama and James want to check it out, Ugobin can stay with Corvo so he doesn't get Corvo napped.
Govan.
You will nod. I will look after Corvo.
Okay, so those who are wanting to investigate, we'll stealth check it.
As they're walking.
Carefully.
As they're walking.
Mhm.
Last time it was just you and me, we were. It was the first time we actually met.
Chased down by Aram. Oh wait,
Oh.
hold on. Which one am I? Hey, you get the giggly one. No. Yeah, chased down by Aram.
Was it interesting first impression?
The
Oh.
impression of you of feeling a target getting painted on your back.
That's
James, are you stealthing?
Yeah, he's taking a stealthy approach. No, admittedly, not very well.
No, pretty
Are
well.
you wearing your power armor or?
Yeah, but it's breastplate.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna go to
Then
the
you're
washroom
good.
really quick while you guys do this.
So
There's a reason he wears breastplate.
yeah, it's not that far of a journey. At first it sounded so quiet that you're like, oh, it's probably a distance away. But as you're starting to get closer, you're able to hear it louder, but it's still a very soft voice. And you hear, come on, just work. I need to get this to work. As you sort of peek behind a tree, it doesn't seem to notice. As you see what looks to be a mechanical horse with next to it is a little rat in like a wizard robed in a hat,
I love.
holding like with a little toothpick wand.
Never mind, I'm blind.
Yeah, you are.
I'm blind. Okay, I'm sorry.
How dare you insinuate that I, as a rogue, would not roll stealth?
I stealth. I just missed it.
Yeah.
I assumed you were taking your passive stealth. I'm like, yeah, she's not fucking up. Yeah. So we see this tiny little rat person.
It looks like just a rat, but yeah.
The size of a person? Oh my god.
They're so tiny.
No, it's the size of a rat.
You see that?
I
Yeah.
do see that. I do see that. That's not. It's a little weird.
Okay, I'm just gonna be polite. Hey, does it sound female or male?
Huh?
No, don't worry about it. Excuse me.
Sounds mouse.
Hi.
Hello.
It sort of looks around, and then
James is kind of revealing himself. Yeah.
yeah, it looks up at you, being like a foot tall.
Hello. Wow,
Not-
that's a big
not-
mouth.
I was gonna say.
Not, I was about to say not a foot, less than a foot of a mouse.
Full mouse.
3 inches.
Plus it's not a mouse, it's a rat too. So
I was
Yeah.
gonna say rats could be a foot.
Yeah.
Long.
Uh,
Not tall.
Long, yes. Can they?
He's
If you go
he sent a
nose to
picture.
tail.
He sent a picture in the NPCs. It's on its hind legs.
mhm.
Oh, right, you did say rat person. I forgot.
Yeah.
No, I just said a rat.
It's a
Oh.
rat, but the picture has it standing on hind legs in a wizard coat.
Hello. Can we offer any help?
Do you, yes, one of my friend, she's sick, and I'm trying to get to, I'm trying to find somebody that could, help her.
I have a spellcasting friend which can heal some diseases and such, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that would help a lot. Thank you. Where is he?
It's just about 2 minutes walk that way.
Okay, as they start messing with the mechanical horse, and it looks less like a mechanical horse and more like a toy horse,
We
like
could just
something you would
pick
wind up.
the horse if you'd rather like.
Sure.
You're gonna pick up the horse?
Yeah, it weighs nothing. It's like picking up a toy.
I'm gonna put my scoop up the rat and put it on my shoulder.
As it sort of sits on your shoulder.
Do you have a friend of curiosity?
They're in the town. They're like southeast. Yeah, southeast.
Is that where the Firefly Festival is, or on the way to the Firefly Festival?
It's a little out of the way. There. You would have to make a small detour, but if
Okay,
it's
we're
too
sure.
much, I can.
More than an hour, so probably from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Then we should be good. Yeah, yeah, come on. Let's get you going. We're just gonna head back to the dome.
Yeah. So you head back and you go in. You see them return with a toy horse and a rat.
A toy
In order,
horse.
yeah.
We have a friend.
Hello. It is nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Barry.
My name is Ugoven. It is nice to meet you, Barry.
Yeah.
DB will poke his head out of the atmosphere.
It's,
That was my biggest thing. We should probably warn them about DB.
yeah. As it sees DB, it sort of like tries to like climb into one of your
You
pockets.
monsters!
Naname will like hold open her hood for the rat to hide in,
Yeah.
Monsters.
It hides.
and she'll point at
DB
DB and go, "No."
DB
Friend.
looks very confused.
We found a friend. They're scared of you.
You know that meme of like the confused cat?
Mm-hmm.
It's just DB. He won't hurt you. He's
Are you
Just a-
sure?
yeah. And she'll like walk over, pick up DB, and like flop DB on his back, and just like start rubbing his belly, or like not his belly because his belly's still crystallized. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She'll like smother his face.
He purrs.
Yeah, look at him. He's just a big sucker.
It sort of like peeks out. Okay, cool. They sort of
What's your
hide in the
HP,
bush.
boy?
DB tries anything, I'm like clenching him.
You're about to desummon him.
I'll desummon you myself, cat.
Snap, snack.
So, who's the friend that's gonna help?
Sounds like their friend is sick, so it's just a small
Mason.
These
baby.
little rat eyes.
Mason.
Sorry.
Nathan.
What's up? I had to hop up for a second.
Our little buddy here says their friend is sick. And we were wondering if we could all make a short detour
Of course.
on our way to help him.
That would be just fine with me.
We'll fill Corvo in and ask him when he wakes up.
Okay.
He is currently sleeping.
Sir, can I have the horse back? Just put it in the hood.
Can I have the horse back? Give
And
me
then
my
Nami will like
horse.
open up the hood wider and like lean over to James.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can try and fix it in there.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, the rat actually has somewhat of an arcanic glow to their palms as they sort of put their hands on the.
Tiny artificer.
Casting tiny mending. Or something similar.
I cast greater mending. It's a meter and an inch.
I meant your
Yeah.
full body.
So, after about a minute, it seems the horse is back up and running. Like, yeah, it looks down.
Nonami will like squat down. She'll lean way back so that the hood is touching the ground.
It sits on the horse and it's just like a wound up toy, just. But it does seem a bit faster than your typical wound up toy. It seems like it's faster than him.
It-
So
Can
Huh?
it keep up pace with us? Does it look like?
not your horses, but you probably.
That is an interesting item you have.
Thanks. My friend made it for me.
Your friend creates items.
Yes.
I love them.
I'm Barry. Nice to meet you. As it sort of like rubs its hands, and it opens up its palms, and little tiny berries appear out of it.
Who's she holding them out to?
Just sort of anyone.
Oh.
Nona will crouch down and gently pick up a berry.
Mhm.
These are so tiny.
James will take also a berry.
This is
Yeah.
so small.
He'll mix it with he'll have it and drink some tea.
Nona will eat hers.
For
Pick
some
a berry.
reason, it's such a tiny berry, but like you're satisfied.
Good berry.
Man, wonder what spell this is.
It's good to
Bad
know.
berry. You are starving for the next 24 hours.
Starfing.
Yeah. And then you
That
see
berry just gives you dysentery.
you see Barry just like nomming away at it, Barry.
Can I see if the cat will have one?
DV looks hungry. He always is.
Not
Looking at
after
the
this
hungry-
berry.
looking at the hungry cat, they sort of like right behind Nanami's leg.
Nanami will like hold out a finger towards them. Just set a berry on it.
Okay.
She'll like reach over and plop it on DB's tongue.
He eats it up.
That's
He eats it up like a hungry cat.
He is just satisfied. Yeah.
See, now he's not hungry anymore, right?
Yeah.
Ugoven's watching confused. All you
More
people
apples.
having to eat things.
DB's
Strange
not gonna hurt you.
carbon-based
He's-
creatures.
He is the biggest baby in the whole world.
Eh,
I do not think he is a baby.
yeah.
Term of phrase, meaning someone cute and small.
I understand.
Okay.
She just mothers DB again. She will,
He seems kinder than Bibbs.
what'd you say?
What?
He looks kinder than Bibbs, so
Bibs?
Yes, that's my friend's father's cat.
Your father wouldn't happen to be. Your friend's father wouldn't happen to be named Quinro.
Fuck.
Why?
What a leap in logic!
Why would you say that?
Do it.
Have you ever heard of Out of Left Field?
Does-
Yeah, that one
does
came
James-
from like
does
deep in
James
left field.
actually
That
say
was from the parking lot.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Felipe. Did James
No.
actually say that?
He doesn't.
No? Okay, good.
It's from the parking lot.
I'm glad you like that one.
Jesus.
Cora wakes up. Someone mentioned parking lots.
Oh my god.
What?
I always told you they need to build those things to park horses.
Can Corvo wake up?
They've been loud enough with all their talking.
There's a good amount of commotion to where you can just sort of wake up.
Yeah, he'll wake up and hear all this before he eventually emerges from the habitable hemisphere. What in the world is happening?
We found a friend.
Hello.
He looks around at eye level. What?
Nona will like squat real low and kind of hold an arm, like a hand out towards friend.
You also get a little thing in the back of your neck.
Nothing.
Also, Corvo, as Naname is doing that, you also get in the back of your head, I'm down here. As, it seems like the message spell was cast on you.
He'll follow Nona down and see the rat.
New friend.
He turns and walks back into the hemisphere.
No,
Oh.
wait.
Actually,
Corvo-
once you leave the hemisphere, it actually disappears, so,
Aha.
Wait, it does?
yeah.
Oh, has
Yeah.
has limit been reached?
Well, once the summoner of the sphere leaves, that's when it disappears.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You like turn around to walk back, and you're like, shit.
Well, nonetheless, he turns and walks away, and you see him.
Cast it again.
He turns, walks away, and like puts a hand to his face.
Just give him a minute. Oh, he's just tired. He just woke up.
Corvo, this is our new friend, Barry.
They're very
I'm
cute.
well aware.
They have a friend who's a little sick, so we're. That's not Spring's voice. Spring's a little bit more jovial than that. Their friend's a little sick, but also kind of on the way. Just a little bit of a tiny detour. So we figured.
Of course, of course. Are you guys just staring at Corvo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone.
James is pretty deep.
Yeah, Corvo will turn around and realize you're all staring at him. You go,
Corvo, don't stare. That's rude. And don't stutter too. It's bad for communication.
I can lose my fucking mind.
James then gives a sensible chuckle.
Sensible chuckle.
Alright, where is your sick friend?
We have a map there in the southeast. I can mark it down if you wish.
Yes, he'll hold his map.
Yeah. They sort of go onto the map, and like the map's like the size of them. They're like a little miniature on the map. This is just sort of,
Yeah,
As
he'll
they-
kinda, yeah, he'll copy that.
yeah. As they take out the little, what looks to be like a little ink pen, as they sort of write down like, oh yeah, there it is.
Fuck it, we could reach that and Woodstock in the day. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know why we're going to Woodstock in an alternate dimension.
Felipe, get over
Oh.
yourself. You make meta jokes all the goddamn
Yeah,
time.
we could.
So
We
did
absolutely-
someone say meta jokes?
Yeah.
So,
Tomorrow, I don't think we have time.
It'll be like the same day in some sense. We'll see it
just-
by the
we
time
can
we're done, but whatever.
Yeah,
So
Travel
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. At seeing that, he does visibly get in a better mood. His kind of posture changes. Ah, I see. James, will you stop fucking rubbing your booger all over the pit? I see. Well, this could. This won't be a problem at
Oh
all.
no!
Here goes the horse.
Who is your friend?
Quit real.
Oh fuck.
Their name's Poppy.
Poppy.
They sound amazing. I love them.
What does your friend do?
Well, they make items, magical ones. They're the reason why I'm able to talk to you right now.
You are so fucking cute.
Thank
Right.
You.
I want to.
Yes, I
Okay.
will.
Are you a wizard?
Yes.
What would happen if I'm to cast Dispel Magic on you right now?
It wouldn't really affect me because the items are magical and not
Name
I'm
looks
not
at Corvo like,
using
what the fuck
no,
is wrong with you?
I'm not using a spell that
He doesn't
use
notice
magic.
that. Right. So what currently grants you sentience are the items, not something cast on you.
Yes. As they sort of back up on the horse. Actually, they have to turn fully around. It doesn't seem like there's a reverse function on this horse.
They take
not my-
controls.
Name kind of like puts a protective hand like in front of the.
He notices that.
You have to,
And it's
you have to lean all the way down to do it.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
already crouched down.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, as you do that, he kind of stands up and looks at her like, "What?"
You sound like you're gonna.
I'm simply curious. I wasn't going to harm them.
You sounded like you were, though.
Well, I apologize. I have no intention to harm you or your friend.
She'll like look at the rat.
I know I'm blunt, but
Okay.
What the fuck?
like, at least I know what I'm doing is blunt.
Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't have an 11 charisma.
No, I have a 7.
Fucking whatever.
And Dugovin's
No, I-
got a 20. Let's go.
And like, I know I'm blunt, but
But do you think we should be able to go now or?
Most certainly. We could reach it by the day.
We're gonna be heading a little bit faster than you can go on there. You wanna hop on my horse? And she'll like motion over to Midnight.
Sure. As Zach, you see them look up, like they're sort of thinking, do I do something or not? Can you just pick me up? I don't want to waste any spells.
Oh, absolutely. And she will like scoop her hand underneath like the horse, and just like
Mhm.
put them both in her hood, and she will.
Yeah. It's
Right.
weightless. He just
Yeah.
DB will be
That's so
looking.
cute.
Will be looking into the hood, wanting to play with them.
Oh god.
Just ignore him, and like Naname puts like a hand on his face and just pushes him down. And she'll hop up on the horse and put DB like in front of her. Do like the I'm looking at you motion with her hands.
I don't know why DB's fucking like drowning.
yeah. So yes. So you're off, going through the. I'm just gonna draw the map just because.
Mhm.
That's so you guys travel down, but as you guys are traveling, once you get to about here, you all see what looks to be a very strange rune.
Just on the fucking
Uh,
ground.
The confusing part about it is, it looks like there's chunks missing from it, as there seems to be a sort of slivet out of one part, and some parts are actually just floating in the air, as
Did you say ruin or rune?
Yeah, that's.
ruin.
Okay,
Okay.
I realized there was a confusion there. I'm like,
Yeah,
there's
Well-
a building in front of us.
yeah. There's a building.
Okay.
As you guys all are traveling towards it, Noname and Yugobin, you see it first, and
They're both like, building.
Building.
and
Just say building to
then
each other.
James, you see
Yeah.
it,
Quietly.
and then Corvo, as you see this thing, there's something I want to speak to you in private about. So I want to drag you over there.
Oh yeah, but alright. I was gonna say, when did we plan to stop? We did start an hour late.
I know. I'm.
Half an hour late.
Half an hour late. It wasn't that much.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
We started
uh,
half an hour.
Pretty much.
And,
I know Maddie needs to go to work in the morning. I know. So.
Ending at the regular time is probably for the best.
Yeah.
Alright.
So do this last bit and
So yeah. I'm just gonna do this last bit. So I want to quick move Corvo. Give me a second. So for the rest of you, Corvo has just disappeared. I'm gonna leave. I'm
Actually
gonna leave.
disappeared?
Wait, he just vanishes?
Yep, and I'm leaving Yugovin as in charge. So we'll be back. When we return, that's when Corvo returns.
Okay, so Corvo hasn't actually disappeared from existence.
nope. Hold on.
He,
He has.
yeah,
I'll
He's
tell
gone.
Okay.
you. I will explain more when he leaves.
yep.
Okay,
So
bye.
Right.
So while we're all walking along, Corvo, and on his horse, suddenly pops out of existence. Poof, he's gone. And if you guys want to roll for things, I have a small list of things you can roll for while they're doing that to keep us entertained.
Cool. Investigation, I guess?
Yes, you can. Roll for it.
Arcana.
Yes, you can. Roll for it.
Alright, I
Yeah,
get
James
that.
is gonna go see if he can identify as a reaction what kind of magic is going on here.
17, baby.
Okay. All right, we'll start with Noname. So Noname, you, realizing Corvo's disappeared, walk over to his horse, and you know you maybe wave your hand where cup. You wave your hand where he used to be, and he's turned into a cup. You wave your hand where he used to be, confused what's going on. He's not there. You know, you're not touching anything. You're not feeling anything. But like the saddle's still warm. You could tell he was there just a moment ago. But you're not sure what's happened to him. You just know he's not there. He's not invisible. He's just not there. James. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
She whips around, looks at James like,
James like tried to identify the magic as he was watching it like just disappear or whatever the fuck happened.
Okay. You would know that you with your what did you get? 15. Okay, good. You know something's happened. It looked to you like a transmutation spell of some kind. But he wasn't teleported away, and he's not invisible as Noname's quickly shown.
Is it
Transmutation. And as far as you can tell, it doesn't look like he moved.
Okay, look for animals.
Oh,
Look for animals.
also, the sudden not teleportation, the sudden vanish of Corvo has spooked his horse, so it is starting to panic, starting to trot in circles.
Right, Noname is calming that horse.
If you want to
I was
calm the
doing that.
horse, there's a roll for it. Animal handling, if you will.
Better yet,
And whoever's
he's gonna ask
having-
you go
having the right
calm
to
the horse.
Ugovin can indeed calm the horse.
Roll for it,
I'll roll
bitch.
for that. What were you saying, Felipe?
Moving up and grabbing the reins so the horse can't just run away.
Perfect. So you can, I'm gonna give you a dex check just for fun. It'll have a low
That's
DC.
it, like,
Yeah, do a sleight of hand. Sure. Just for fun. I don't expect. Yeah. Oh fuck! You got the shit out of that rein. Yeah. You've got the horse in place. Ugovin will walk
He
over.
starts training and I grab the raindrops.
Poof, poof, poof. And with Noname pushing him that way, Ugovin will go and try and calm the horse down. The chance I fail this is so minimal. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, Ugovin will walk over and again, oddly metallic and robotic, and yet the horse seeing him and he'll pet the side and it'll start to calm down. I do not
no,
know
you
what has happened.
Transmutation. It implies he was changed into something else. I'm looking around.
I'm gonna look into all of his bags. See if he was turned into a mouse or something.
I'll give you an investigation check then.
James will do it too. He's looking around.
Oh, then you get help. 20 anyways.
I already
okay.
had advantage.
You just roll.
Oh yeah, then you can roll on your own then. Yeah. Okay, between the two of you, you managed to go through all of his stuff. Noname certainly looking a little more carefully. You know, you're pulling out his whatever bits he had in his bag. I'm sure he's got some magical tools and shit.
You're looking.
And you don't see anything. There's nothing in his bags.
Alright.
So we're still going.
No, that's it.
Uh.
So we've gotten this far. You're good now.
All right. So like, are we continuing the game now, or are we just like cutting off?
I would very much like to see if Corvo fucking shows up again, please and thank you. Before we
Yeah.
leave.
Corvo, you. After that happened, you feel like you just sort of fall off your horse as you're on the ground now.
I was gonna say you're at the same place your
and
horse. The horse.
Oh,
is.
he okay. As Corvo reappears, you hear him scream, just ah! As you see just a flash of lightning come from his hand into the air.
Ooh.
They all look over from the horse, which I'm sure is like
Yeah, it would have
15
been.
feet away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Noname will run over and just fucking smother you.
As you start to run over.
Like how long?
Well, what color are your pants? Are they just staunch black?
Her pants are black and her boots are like violent purple.
What?
Okay,
How
in
long
that
is-
case,
As long as me and Sam are gone
Oh, okay.
for.
So
yeah.
30, 40,
As he
45.
looks up, it appears
Not
like
a minute.
his vision isn't adjusted. He extends his hand about to cast something, but as you know, after a few steps, he relaxes some.
You get a big ol' hug.
Where the fuck did you go?
Smacking
What
you.
the fuck?
Nami, as you hug him, it feels a bit like, yeah. As you sort of look at it and you have like sand all over you.
Where did you go?
She doesn't care. She's giving
Where
you
am I?
a tight squeeze.
You
but
are
she'll, like,
back with us.
You're gone for like a minute or a bit.
Good.
He kind of looks around. Do I not see him, Tyler?
Nope.
Fuck. He kind of looks around and his arms will go up before they hug you back as he kind of like looks around. Okay.
You're okay. You just kind of vanished, and then your horse ran away a little bit, and we couldn't find you. And
Transmutation.
Okay.
Barry was also worried.
Yeah.
Sorry for just running around with you in my head. She'll like reach over, gently pat
You're
them on the head.
fine. I don't know what's happening either, so.
Ugovin.
Yes, Corvo.
Was this? He kind of reaches a hand in his mask and he pulls it out. There's Para blood on his glove.
Oh.
Oh dear.
This place, do you remember it being a desert at any point?
Tyler.
No.
No, Corvo, this location has always been
Oh.
grasslands. Oh,
You saw one spot that had a cactus with a palm tree at the top that had sand around it, but
Ah.
no, nothing more than that.
once, a long time ago, there was a small sandy location with a cactus palm tree. Aside from that, this has always been a grassland.
He kind of rubs the blood along his fingers. Okay. And that's when his other arm will let go of Naname, and he's gonna take a step back. Okay. I was looking at that rune. He seemed like he's actually trying to avoid looking at it.
Yeah. Okay.
There was just this horrible, overwhelming ringing in my ears that just invaded all my senses. I couldn't think of anything else, and finally, what stole my attention from it is I started another coughing fit like this, and he holds up the bloody glove. And then when I looked around, there was just desert. I looked over where the ruin was, but it was a proper building and wasn't destroyed. 2 people were walking toward it. They were talking like they were late for something, and one of them appeared to have an orange beak. Not like mine, it was properly opening and closing. And they had a hood on. As they were walking toward it, I heard this horrible gurgling behind me, and as I turned, this desert storm washed over me, and then when it disappeared, I saw some figure in the horizon. And they kept appearing and disappearing at different points as if they couldn't find their own place in reality, just appearing all across my vision. Until eventually I could finally tell they're getting closer and closer and closer. As it crept toward me, I saw their face. It was wrong. It was like it had no consistency. There was nothing real about it, but I was staring it in the face as it was looking at me. No, what? As it just walked toward me, its body was changing, convulsing, as if it didn't want to be here, it didn't want to exist. It just crept toward me, and it kept running, getting closer, moving everywhere within my vision. As it about to approach me, I raised my hand to try and cast it away, but everything stopped except for the wind. And suddenly it grabbed me from...
One-sentence horror story you told us earlier.
He's not done.
Oh, good.
It suddenly grabbed me behind and forced me around. As it looked me in the face, see from beyond my beak, it screamed at me, this horrible gurgling, something that I know I shouldn't have heard, but it was right in front of me. And by the time I just closed my eyes, wanting to all go away, it appeared here.
That is certainly strange.
I vote we don't go in the ruins.
Vote seconded. But again, that statement, that's a bit scarier than that 1 second horror story from earlier.
A little bit.
Are you sure? Are these not important? Because you said that, Tyler, you said there's like floating bits. They look weird, right?
Yes, there seems to be places that just don't seem like they should be in those spots.
I mean, you can go look at it, but I don't really want to.
If you do not mind, I think we should at least check.
Nanami will shrug.
Does anyone else have a response?
Corvo will kind of wipe the blood off the side of his coat, kind of absent-mindedly, and then he'll look down to see the sand stuck to it.
Naname's like brushing off her front, all the sand that she got on her when she gave you a hug.
Neither of you have really been around this amount of sand, so.
The fact that there's sand here is the problem.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So as you guys you have to walk towards the ruin anyways to get to the city. As you walk towards it, that's where we'll end our session off tonight.
Alright.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
That was fun.
Austin, thank you.
I will cut the feed.
Sounds good.